Hello, everybody. It is now late night here in the UK. Not for me, for other people in the UK. Actually, neither of us are in the UK. But for the main viewers in the UK, it's late at night. It's around 9:42. But this weekend we have got an epic matchup. Arsenal coming off the back of what has been just a magnificent week. Everyone was telling Arsenal that this was going to be the week that defines your season. You got Spurs, you got Bayern, you got Chelsea. But we've passed the first two tests with flying colors. We got the third one coming up on this weekend at Stamford Bridge. It is the matchup of 1 versus 2 in the Premier League. Who would have thought that when this fixture came out initially at the start of the season that this would be 1 versus 2? And Chelsea themselves have been in fantastic form. They just have come off of a spanking. I would call it a spanking of Barcelona in the midweek. I thought that they could have won that game 7-11-0, the way that they dominated that game and the amount of goals that were rubbed off as well. Like it was a statement put out by them on the weekend. Of course, they're coming off the back. I've necessarily informed they've kept 5 straight clean sheets. They've also won on the weekend against Burnley. So everything is set up perfectly for these two London Giants, the biggest clubs in London, the two biggest clubs in London. I think we will disagree on a lot of things today, but I think that is one thing we'll both definitely agree on. So let me run you through today. Today is the Thunderdome, of course, our Thunderdome podcast. This is our second edition of the Thunderdome podcast. We've done it with Newcastle. Now we're going to do it with Chelsea. One of our guests is on his way. Jesse goes, yo, guys. But let me introduce you guys, a special guest. Really happy to have him on the show today. Welcome, Andrew Barnes, big-time Chelsea fan, regular on the terrace as well. Man, how's it going?
It's good, man. Thanks for having me on, Anton and Cal. Thank you so much for setting this up. I'm sorry that we couldn't do this earlier, but we came around and we finally made it happen. I am excited for this game. I'm not gonna lie because as much as Barcelona was something that we were looking forward to, and Barcelona and us we have some crazy rivalry as well. Like you guys know the Champions League history in that, and I feel good after that game. And I was really hoping that it's not going to be cagey. It's not going to be too long. That it's taking it out from our players. And we had enough in that game to show that this manager's tactically sound, and which I didn't think. Like honestly, a year ago, if you had to tell me that we are going against a manager that we Chelsea were looking at, right, in Flick, and if you tell me that Flick was going to be tactically outclassed by Moresca, I wouldn't have said I wouldn't have put my money on that. And then you saw he did play like Ange ball. Like Flick was trying everything he could to make the perfect Ange impression. And yeah, so I'm excited about this game. So Barca's the past. Like we're gonna look to the future. We're gonna look at what's gonna happen in 2 days' time. I'm just um, I'm just gonna be as real as possible with this for sure. Because I think we just had this chat before we could come on here to say that one of these teams have to concede at this point in time. One of these teams have to give in. Like both been on a great roll, and you can tell the difference in the quality of the English Premier League versus any other league. We can clearly tell.
That's
And
that's a that's a
yeah,
whole nother kind of Williams that I'm so keen to get into at one point in time, maybe on this
yeah,
spot. But I think I think based on the results in terms of what the English
yeah.
teams are doing to
Yeah,
other teams in the
because
world.
there was always this debate there, where I want to start off on some things that we agree on. So there's always
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah.
this debate where they said that the Premier League is physical. It's a lot of running and just scoring the goal, and that's it. But when you look at the quality in the last years, that it's really improved. It's not just physical, it's also technical ability, it's also tactical ability. Like everything is leveled up. Yes, and then when you go on to a knockout competition or a cup competition, there could be a bad day, and a good team can lose on that day, and it could change. But there's no denying the fact that the Premier League has just been leveling up. That's why if you look at the Bundesliga, and if you look at like the La Liga, they have to do like different things with camera angles and the replays, and they're trying to make it as entertaining as it can be. Like in those aspects, the Premier League, they just don't care. It's just like two guys talking like as commentary, and like it's just like, it's the game. The game itself is so entertaining, and there is no weak team. Like there is like Liverpool got taken to the cleaners by like Nottingham Forest. Like you can't. I know Liverpool's catching strays here, but like you can't.
I think we
Like
can agree on that one too.
any you can't predict any game in the Premier League, and,
No,
and that's why I love it. And that's why I love this league. And yeah, I'm excited
yeah,
for all these battles. I'm excited to do the combined 11 with you guys. I'm excited for all of these.
Yeah, I mean, look,
yeah.
the thing
It's
is,
gonna be a.
I gotta tell you about like, go away. Of course, I had to introduce my co-host Cal.
Yeah, man.
Cal, let us
yeah.
know what you're thinking about, this matchup. How you feeling heading into this game, and how Arsenal,
Pretty
have been playing
good. I
recently.
think since the break, I think we've been pretty much imperious. It was pretty disappointing to concede to Sunderland last minute, and we had to hold that for the entire international break. But we fought back in that Sunderland game is from being 1-0 down, and it's only if we didn't concede we would have won that game. And we've kind of taken that to heart, and we've played out of our minds for the last two games in the North London derby. Absolutely spanked Tottenham, like obliterated them. I was nervous about before the game. I was an idiot for being nervous, And against Bayern Munich, we beat them soundly as well, which is something no one could predict. Me personally, just on a personal note, I consider Chelsea more rivals than Tottenham. Personally, I think there's more in it because they're an actual London club, and when they say they're the best, when they say London
An
is
actual
blue,
London club.
it actually
Shot fired.
pisses me off because they have. It actually pisses me off because they have those Champions Leagues that we don't have, and and then I talk about the league how much more league titles we have. So I think there's something in it for me personally. There's something in the rivalry, and I just want to be better than Chelsea, and Chelsea give us better games, to be honest, than Tottenham. We usually just draw. We've been drawing actually quite a lot for the last couple of matches, but they give us better games than Tottenham in the Arteta era. So yeah, this game means something to me as well.
Yeah, and by the way, some injury updates I've had from both teams, from both managers. Enzo Maresca confirms in his press conference today that Cole Palmer will be making his return back to Chelsea this weekend. He'll be available for the game against Arsenal. Not such great news on the Arsenal front, though. We were hoping to have Victor Gyökeres and Kai Havertz fit and available for this game. Arteta has still kept his cards close to the vest. He has yet to confirm or deny the availability of either of those players. So it might be that one of them plays. You never know it with Arteta, but at this point he is not willing to go all out there and confirm that for anybody. So that's the kind of the main headlines of just kind of the injury stuff going in from both sides. But I wanna ask Andrew this question, not to put you on the spot, because a lot of your co-Chelsea fans have really bigged up your team, yet without willing to say that Chelsea are properly in the title race. My question to you, Andrew, at this point, second place in the Premier League. If you beat us this weekend, you would be 3 points behind us. Would you consider Chelsea title contenders this season?
I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to say yes, because I'll tell you why. Like if you beat this team, because let's be honest, you're at top of the league, you're at top of the Champions League. It's a tough team to beat. Tactically sound team, structurally sound team. You'll know how to grind out, and this is the difference between this Arsenal versus any other season I've seen. You'll grind those 1-0 wins, which I never expected to happen. So if we beat this team, if Maresca goes there and tactically outsmarts Arteta, and if our guys show up, it is going to be you can't at this point you can't hide. I'm not going to do this, the pussy in the tree and the rabbit in the bush and all of those things. I'm just going to be bro, we are in it. After that, am I expecting Chelsea to win it? Is it must they win it this season? I'm not putting that pressure on them. Are they in the title race if they beat Arsenal? Yes, they are. That's for sure.
Okay.
If
Okay,
we win it, I'll be
that's a pretty good
expecting that.
caveat. I think
Yeah,
I
No,
like
no,
that
because
I'm
because
actually I'm actually respectful of
that's
that
probably
answer.
that's probably the best because I think the same thing, right? Because it's such a big swing in terms of what'll happen win lose. Because if you lose, we're 9 points ahead, I think. But if you win, we're only 3 points ahead, and that swing matters. And if in terms of Arsenal this season, like we are, I think, and I was talking to Anton about this yesterday, just off stream. Um, just David says, "Yes, guys, happy Friday, Chelsea, Andrew. I beg you, please beat Arsenal team, dude. You're shameless. You're shameless. You're shameless." Um,
Big up to
oh,
David
big
every
up,
time,
David
man.
speaks
big
football.
up
Great
David.
guy.
Like, yeah,
Great guy.
let's hope that something happens. I mean, we're all hoping for that. And I like Maresca. Like, I like his chest now when we're talking as well. Like, if you like see if you watch the pre-match press conference, he said, "Yeah, we'll go there. Like, it's a strong team, but we're going into this game to win." So I like that chest. I like that he's not also like dancing around this. I think the team is strong enough to challenge. I think the team, like they've shown in high pressure situations, Palmer coming back is a big morale boost. I don't think Palmer should start. I think that like there's a balance now with the team. I think they should just like sort of like play through that and then see like bring him in. And Maresca was being pretty coy when like he responded because they asked him two questions in one. They said, "Is Palmer available and is he ready to start?" He said yes to both, and he just moved on. Like he didn't say that yeah, like he's ready to play. Maybe he won't start. He just said yes. So you don't know what he said yes to. He just said
Mm.
yes, he's available, and then he just like
It's very, very
so
funny
maybe
because Arteta went the exact opposite when asked by Gyökeres. He was like not willing to even toy with the idea of him playing.
But
yeah.
that's Arteta, though. Arteta is the mind game maestro. He's probably gonna maybe if he's available, he'll probably come on with like 30 minutes to go or some weird stuff. I mean, we had against Bayern, we had no idea that Martinelli was gonna come on. We didn't know that Madueke. Thanks by the way for Madueke, Andrew. Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Oh
but
yeah.
like I,
That
I
he
was
was
gonna
gonna
I was
come
gonna
on.
bring him up next.
You had no idea that he was gonna come on. So yeah, Arteta just does that sort of stuff.
That's what I
I
was going to
saw
say
I
though.
saw
We're
his
actually
post
friends,
match.
right? We do transfers with each other. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're the
yeah,
only two clubs in London who will actually make transfers with each other.
Yeah, it's
Mostly
weird.
and
recently, we've been buying
So
from
weird.
you, but
Yeah, it's so
yeah, but
weird.
we
also
gave
the
you
thing is
Olivier
like
Giroud. You decided to take Olivier Giroud off our hands, and we needed to go and get Aubameyang. I was thankful for that as well. So,
yeah, I mean
and he won you a
like
Champions
those
League.
things, like
So,
those transfers. I think Aubameyang like it did like sort of like he screwed us. I think he single handedly won Arteta his only like trophy
Yeah,
that he has now, which is that guy is like he's truly an underrated striker. He's
yeah,
still scoring wherever he's playing, and he's
dude, he
he's
was
scoring minimum
cooking,
10 goals.
cooking
Like
with
it's
Marseille right now. Well, didn't they
yeah,
beat
yeah.
Newcastle like
they
two
beat
one? Was it?
Newcastle, yeah,
He
2-1.
scored
Yeah,
both
and like this
goals.
guy, and this guy's doing front flip celebrations. Like it's mental.
No,
Like this
but
guy
yeah,
Yeah,
is
imagine to be that athletic at 36 and do front flips. I was
yeah.
like,
yeah,
I couldn't
Yeah,
even
no,
do
but he's
front
really
flips
man.
at
He's like one
16.
of the most underrated like players because he's like wherever he's played, he's proven that he can. It's just that because he's not like the shiny, the big
mm,
name. Like he's not like there in all the headlines, but he's really an underrated guy. What I was going to talk about Madueke is that I liked his chest as well. He said there is going to be like like this atmosphere, but I'm a professional, so I
mm,
have to go there. I have to face it, like whatever stick they give me. But like for me, like as a Chelsea fan personally, when I'm watching, I'm more worried about Madueke just because I know these things. Like football
yeah,
scripts like to write certain
yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
I mean, you saw
storyline.
it with Eze against
yeah,
Spurs and with Eze
yeah.
Yeah,
against
yeah,
Palace.
Yeah,
It
that's the
just
same
yeah.
thing, right? Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they they
It's a
just they
storyline.
just like to write something. So I'm more worried about Madueke than I am like Madueke, Timber. These are the guys who are like worrying because I know that you all don't have Gabriel, but in the set pieces, people are saying Gabriel is your most prolific scorer, like in set pieces. But I think Timber also is a problem. Like every game I've watched of yours,
Yeah.
Timber's the guy who's causing the issue there. So I think Timber and Madueke are the two people that I'm actually like worried about in your team. Declan Rice, I'm confident that my midfield will be able to contain him, but
It's gonna be a very
I'm
good
not scared.
battle.
I'm not worried about Gyökeres. Like, to be honest with you, like if he comes on, if he plays, like in the Premier League, he's not shown enough for me to be
Well, that's a
worried
very
about
good
this
question,
thing.
though, Andrew. Like, so
That's actually, yeah, that's a good point of
at
debate, actually.
this point,
Yeah.
there's more than likely Mikel Merino is probably going to start up front for us, based off of what Arteta was saying in the press conference. Are you if all of a sudden Gyökeres showed up in your lineup? Let's say I don't know who is starting at center back. I'm assuming it's like Chalobah, and is it Tosin or Fofana? Who's fit for you
Tosin
guys?
won't start. Like if Tosin starts, I'm gonna lose my mind if Tosin starts for this game. Like I hope he doesn't start.
All right,
I
But-
think it's going to be Chalobah and it's going to be Fofana.
okay, all right.
Okay. Okay.
So if you're Chalobah and Fofana, and all of a sudden the team sheet, and you've been expecting all week, you're like, we're going to have Moreno. The team sheet comes out, and it's Victor Gyökeres. Does the mindset change for you? Is it because obviously you're playing a very different type of player? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the thing is, see, like I know with Haaland, why I'm comparing Haaland and these guys, they're both like big strikers. Like
Yeah.
even Dilap is that kind of striker. You know, the traditional number line, they bully the like the back line and they go through. Like there's the physicality about it. So in that aspect, I'm worried about Chalobah, because I've seen multiple times where he's like physically not always there. But I'm not worried about Fofana, because Fofana is that guy. He's fast, he's big, and he will use his physicality. So as long as he's there, then I'm not worried whether it's Moreno or it's Gyökeres. Like I said, Gyökeres has not shown enough in the league for me to be worried about him. Like he was like crazy. Like, you know, when we were looking at strikers, I was also looking at him and I was watching his sporting like games, not the full games, but just watching all the things that he's been doing, and was like, it could be interesting. But when he came here, you can see again, we go back to this thing that the league is a different level. You need to come here, already hit the ground running. We know a certain striker who moved from one team to the other and he's still getting used to the league. You know what I mean? So you know, like it's not the easiest like, you know, it's not the easiest league to like just come in and hit the ground running. So I think that for me the striker right now is not the worry. For me, it's your wings and your number 10, which I think is going to be Eze. Your wing is Saka and the other side will be Madueke. So these three guys
I believe that.
are like more of a worry for me. And I really hope that Cucurella has the same amount of like, you know, like the quality of game.
You know, can I tell you? I was talking about Cucurella because we'll obviously I'll touch on a lot more when we get to the combined 11. I was sending Cal the clips yesterday. We're talking about actually backstage.
Because I didn't watch the game, right? Because personally, you know, I like to see Chelsea lose, so I was watching the I think it was the Man City game at the time. You guys were playing at the same time. And Man City were losing, so I was enjoying that. So I flicked over to Chelsea. I see Chelsea, Barca, red card, Chelsea 1-0. I'm not watching this shit. I just turned that shit off. I just continue watching Man City, but then Anton started to show me some of the clips, and dude, what the hell? Cucurella had Yamal in a spliff, bro. Like, what was going on? Like, he just kept losing the ball.
Yeah, but I think that underlines the point that Andrew just making, though. By the way, everyone has been saying, "Oh, Yamal, how amazing Yamal, the best winger in the world." When he goes up against a Premier League fullback, like Premier League level defense, he absolutely looked like a little boy. Like,
yeah, he did.
He is.
No, but for me, two things helped us there. The thing is, Cucurella is a senior from his team, right? Like from the Spain team. So he's a senior. He knows this guy.
Oh, okay? Yes.
He knows how he is, you know. So
yeah.
If you look at like Thierry Henry broke it down so well. He broke down the defense, like, and how he was defending. Like, you know, he was not rushing. As soon as the ball went to Yamal, you see Cucurella stop, go low center of gravity, and he's like, "Come at me, bro. Like, come at me, and we'll see what happens." And this guy tries to go past him. He's just the only thing he can do is pass with his right leg, which is his weaker foot. He can try and pass, and that's it. That's the max he could do. And to some point, you can see, and I think that's also important for a player. And I think Saka is way mature like that. In that, like you can see that it got to his head, and once Yamal lost that battle in his head, you see he was out of it.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
not
But
tracking
look,
back. He's not doing
for me, I
anything.
was saying this to
Yeah.
Cal because me and Cal had this debate. And we're not going to have this debate on this show because I think we want to focus
This
on
is such a
Chelsea,
long debate.
Arsenal. But we had this debate, Yamal or Saka. And my main premise behind Saka was that I felt that, let's say Yamal were to play in the Premier League, that I think Saka is just more suited to play in a league like the Premier League. He's more physical. I reckon Saka does not look like that on the weekend against Cucurella. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, some of these players look really, really great
Like,
when they play in the Liga. No, but of course, it's not going to be. I'm not saying he's going to run Cucurella into the ground. I'm just saying it's going to look better than that. Is what I'm
also
saying.
because of what you just said, like he's going to look better because of what you just said, because he's one, experienced in this league, two, he's experienced as a player, like he's more mature. He knows that it's going to take one moment of like staying in the game, because he's not going to lose goal. And the thing I like about Saka, there was a point that he was playing like left back or right back for you all, right?
Yeah,
Like
left back.
he really is a player who can even do the dirty work. For a guy that scores that many goals, he also does the dirty work. So I have like a lot of respect for Saka, bro. Like I like the player, like the guy as a player, I like him. So I'm not going to like never say anything bad about Saka and Eze. I like these two guys because I also like follow them, in their like watch their interviews personally and how they talk about like the game, and these are very like well brought up guys. They have like a lot of
Bro, how am I
character.
supposed to argue with this guy? He's too,
I know. No, that's what Jesse's here for. Jesse's coming here to tell us a little bit of
No, but the thing is, let's talk about the game, bro. Like when you talk about the game, I have many things, but there are two players. Like I already know two players in your team that I really, really like. Okay, like I genuinely like these guys, and because of who they are as people, and that's why Esteval for me is the same kind of guy. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, I like Esteval. See, we were starting off being nice. I love watching Esteval. I think he's.
I like how he is on the field, but I'm talking about like the stuff that is not like because you have players like Yamal is not that guy off the pitch, bro. Like when you see him off, he's cocky for no reason. Like you've not gone there, bro. Like you're already thinking Haaland is so humble compared to Yamal. And Haaland
I really like Haaland. Like I hate Man City, but he's just a cool guy. It's very hard to dislike Haaland as a guy.
Right, it is,
and
because
I think,
he's very straightforward. What you see is what you get. He's never being like you never see him being malicious on the field. He's always like, even after the game, it's like he's a professional. He like it's after the field, it's that like he shakes your hand. It's like he's always fun. He's saying, and he's very like somebody tried to compare him with him. He's like, bro, I'm not even close to Messi and Ronaldo. Like, what are you talking about? Like I have so much to do before we reach to that level. So like these are kind of players that I genuinely like. So like when we talk about the game, like if you want to like talk about like what's good, I genuinely am expecting my team to win tomorrow. I'm expecting, not tomorrow, on Sunday. I'm expecting my team to win because it's a home game. There is no way that I'm going to like go into this thing saying that, oh, I'll take a draw. If there's a draw at the end, I will be like, man, because a draw for me is giving Arsenal 2 points.
It depends on the context, though. Like for me, like given our position in the league, I think a draw would suit Arsenal because we would maintain a 6 point.
Exactly.
If they win, it would be 5, but it's still like 5 and 6. Liverpool's
but like,
out of the picture.
I'll tell you my context. My context is that I still have to come to the Emirates and play there. That game is going to be extremely difficult. Because there was
the Emirates is like this season. The Emirates is like, I know like 2 years ago the Emirates started to become something different. This season the Emirates is like insane. Like I was just watching people talk about what the Emirates like in terms of every time we win a corner, it's like the entire stadium just goes mental. And to have that sort of like insane crowd going, like, because getting a team up, like getting a crowd up is kind of hard, especially when things aren't going your way. If something as easy as just getting a corner is enough to get an entire stadium like crazy, it makes the atmosphere so much worse to play for rivals. So I understand that.
For sure. And you guys have that. Like for me, like it's like a cheat code, you know, like if you get a corner, it's as good as a free kick at the edge of the box. It's like that. So for me, like when I think about the game and I'm thinking about, okay, like we have to win, because if we draw, like the Emirates is going to be like extremely difficult because of a game that I watched and we were fully in control of the game. Like Mudrik scored like a freak goal. We were leading 2-0.
I remember
We were
that one.
comfortable in that
Yeah.
game. And then Sanchez like rolled it to Declan Rice, and I'm like, what the hell?
And you
Like,
have that
that just-
Trossard goal that in my intro video. You see check that one out.
yeah, I saw that, and I was like, man, like that thing like really annoys me, because at a time where Arsenal were dominating and they were like being like that difficult team to break down, we were leading comfortably. And out of nowhere, like, and that's why for me, like, you know, if it's possible to take that lead and to be, I'm really gassed after our last like 4 and 5 performances, just because we've managed to keep a clean sheet with the backline changing constantly. Like what I told you is the backline of last game. Like when I say Fofana and man, I'm losing their names, bro. Fofana and Chalobah. Yeah, so when I say that back line, that's not been the back line for the games before. So it's constantly he's like rotating and changing.
But you know who's like a big reason for that, right? Santos. The amount of recovery tackles I'm seeing freaking Santos make in games. It's like, what the hell is this guy? Like, he just stops things from happening.
Yeah, that Santos, if he plays back, right? Like if he plays not like a attacking mid, but really like a deep midfielder, I think he's a different beast.
He protects like if Maresca doesn't have Santos in that position that he's been playing, I think that's a guaranteed win for Arsenal. Because first of all, I don't trust your defenders, like straight up and down. Like I just don't trust them. I think it's your biggest weakness in the team, and that's why I kind of wanted Gyökeres to be to start, like if he was healthy, because I think Gyökeres, even if he doesn't like he's not fast enough to like run past them, I think because of the type of striker he is, he will preoccupy them. Like Mikel Moreno he's gonna drop deep, he's gonna do other stuff. I think, in my opinion, I was thinking, okay, we have Gyökeres, he's just gonna be standing there and he's gonna be causing trouble. The defenders, I don't trust Chelsea defenders to make the right decisions every time, and then we could exploit that weakness on the wings with the space that Gyökeres gives us, and that's how I was thinking about the game.
Yeah, so for me, like the thing is, when you say that you don't trust our defense, because like it's a defense that's kept changing. Yes, you're talking about the midfield, so we'll either have James that will play in that midfield, or we'll have this guy Santos and Caicedo. So the only person I think that they will rotate or they change with, I think Enzo will leave and Palmer will come. And then because they'll want to play Palmer on the 10 and Estevao still on the right, I think that he will continue to do that. And on the left-hand side is where like Garnacho, Neto and thing will have to sort it out. So I don't know what's
Garnacho against Timber.
Oh, sorry, Garnacho
against Timber. Oh,
I don't think it actually matters, to be honest.
No, but I don't think he will start Garnacho. But let's see. For me, what was interesting in the Bayern game versus and this is what I want to like take away and say, okay, maybe we should do this. The problem in the Bayern game was that like Harry Kane was like too deep and he was not getting into the box enough to cause problems for your guys. And in that aspect, I wish that Delap starts, because I think if Delap starts, he will cause more of that thing. And because you don't have Gabriel, I feel that he'll have more, more opportunities and he will create more chaos. And Delap is that guy.
So it's basically the same thing. It's basically this almost like the same thing I was talking about with the Gyökeres, because Gabriel is usually our leader of the back line and he isn't there. And because Kane wasn't actually causing that much trouble for Saliba and Mascara, they never really had to communicate that much. You see, when a striker's like there and he's just causing problems, you need that constant communication between your center backs and your goalkeeper. And if he's not doing that, that means they don't really need to do anything and mistakes can't be made. But yeah, like if he's there being a problem, that means that the communication needs to be strong and they need to know what they're doing, or else mistakes will be made.
I'm actually curious on that Bayern game, because obviously you live in Germany, Andrew. What was the main response, do you believe, from like the Germans in general to that game? Like how they
To be
felt
honest
about
with you, so I live in
Arsenal?
Stuttgart. Okay, they hate Bayern
Yeah,
Munich. Like they hate them because they are like because they're the guys with the money and they like like
Yeah,
they buy the league. They're equal to City here, like because
yeah,
they just like buy the league.
yeah,
So like nobody likes Bayern, nobody likes Leverkusen also because Leverkusen is owned by a like a buyer, which is a big like company again, a corporation. So nobody
hmm,
likes. Uh, they like Dortmund because again it's like working class.
yeah,
Like that team is a very good team, and Stuttgart is that. So Stuttgart gave us Klopp, gave
mm,
us Rudiger, Werner, all of these guys, and Voltemada came
Voltemada.
from Stuttgart.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it came from Stuttgart. So people like this team as well. Again, and the stadium is really crazy. Like it goes mental here. So the two stadiums I've been in, like football stadiums I've been in my life, is Stuttgart and then RC Lens, the team that is like I think the derby team for Lille. Do you know the Lille team?
Yeah, in France. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
in France. Yeah, so that stadium was also mental. Like literally, their ultras are on the side of the pitch. They're not behind the goal. So
What?
you'll see them bouncing. You'll see them bouncing left and right. Like once the team is up, and you'll see that whole like rows moving. Like it is mental to watch.
That's
Mm.
That
awesome.
that like yeah. So for me, these two teams are like the what do you say like the teams that I've been and I've seen, and it's crazy. But like these guys don't care about like Bayern, but I'm sure like Bayern is something that's been like they've been winning like so many like games, and they're so dominant in this league that it would have come as a shock when they got like beat thrashed. They didn't get beaten; they got thrashed like proper.
Yeah, yeah. Especially
Mm.
in that second half. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
something.
I think Harry Kane like saw Arsenal and he went into Spurs game.
Dude, but Spurs Kane scores against Arsenal though. Like I think,
Yeah, but
yeah,
like he scores, but they don't win. You know what I mean? Like the
yeah.
thing
Still,
is, I was reading somewhere that doesn't matter like, because somebody was calling this guy Hansi Flick's thing as like Ange Ball, and somebody else was like making fun of Harry Kane because of the Spurs thing. It's like it doesn't matter who loses, Spurs are always the ones the butt of the joke. Like it
yeah,
doesn't
pretty
matter,
much.
yeah,
Yeah,
which team loses.
You,
It's
you know
always the
what's
which is
funny?
Spurs.
which is which, yeah.
No, I was saying, so obviously we beat Spurs on the weekend, and my dad was like, "Oh well, looks like Harry Kane, got out just in time to escape the butt whooping." And I'm like, "Dad, his time's coming for him on Wednesday," and that's
And
exactly.
you're exactly right, and that's why I'm like kind of more excited for this game than the Spurs game, because it's like as I said before, I think this is a much better rivalry in my opinion because I feel like there's something on the line. Like
Yeah.
if Chelsea wins more trophies, I feel like that's a problem for Arsenal, and if Arsenal win more trophies, that's a problem for Chelsea. For Spurs, it's like they can literally win everything for the next like 3 years, and they still wouldn't even be close. So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah,
Like when you're saying that, I just realized that they won like a Europa or they won
Mm.
some league, and like it doesn't even matter.
no
It's
one
so
cares.
fast forgotten.
Yeah,
No
no
one
one cares
cares.
about
The thing what you said was for me was like a pretty. I was pretty like, huh? Like what are you saying? Because you said you were worried about the Spurs game. I've never been worried. Like I'm not even saying this in a cocky way. I'm saying this as a like matter of fact way. I've never been worried about like a Spurs game. Even the game where Kukurea slipped twice and those guys took the lead because of his shoe, and he showed his like shoe and all of that thing. We went from that to battering them in that game. Like for me, I don't like because I've seen too many games where it looks like they have the upper hand, but nothing happens. Like to a point
Chelsea.
where
To be honest, Chelsea do kind of like it's one of those matchups where Chelsea just beat Spurs every single game. Like even like
like
versus
they just
Arsenal, even
own
when
them.
even when even when Arsenal were at its best, like Spurs would always put up a fight. Against Chelsea, they just lose every single
Yeah, they
time.
just
It's
lie down. Yeah,
really
they just lie down and
weird.
take it. No, but
Yeah, they just
because like, no, because for me, what's the crazy thing is like it's still one of like the greatest sort of like goals for me just because of what it did to Spurs. They had the trophy in their hand. They could have held the Premier League, but Hazard scored that goal so Leicester could win it. Like for me, that's the stupidest thing ever. Like it's just like I can't imagine what like a Spurs fan must be feeling. I just can't. It's crazy.
Dude, watching the Spurs Super Cup, watching them be what would they like 2-0 up with 10 minutes to go in regular
Oh my
time,
God.
and they lose the game. They couldn't.
Crazy, bro.
They just lose
Some
the
things are
game.
like they say, no, it's heritage. Like I like Jose Mourinho's words for that, like heritage, football heritage.
But
Yeah,
I always find it funny when it's Tottenham fans who are talking about Arsenal being bottlers, because I'm like, we may be at some times, but our history of being bottlers is nowhere near comparable to yours. It's
yeah,
like
dude.
yours is next level.
I mean,
So
look
But
at our
like, see,
trophy cabinet. Look at yours, bro. Like, like be
but
serious.
Arsenal were definitely dominating. But when you say that, like when you talk about the bottlers, for me, because of like the last 3 years, and I know it's like different reasons. Because City, like they went on this crazy streak. Y'all were like properly there, and suddenly you lost 3 or 4 games. Because of that, that's why I'm like more confident, like to say, hey, my team can be in a title race, and they are in a title race now if we win tomorrow, like or if we win
Oh,
on
because
Sunday.
that's a good question, Andrew, and maybe because I think Jesse's on his way in a second,
Yeah,
so we'll ramp it up a
yeah,
little bit. I'm actually
yeah.
curious to know this Arsenal team, the way the consistency, obviously the depth, the quality. We've obviously brought in players like Eze. You saw what he's been doing on the weekend. Do you think that there's still a little bit of that about Arsenal, or are you starting to change your mind a little bit? Do you think maybe this Arsenal team, this version of Arsenal, is more serious, or do you still have this belief in the back of your mind, like we have a chance here if we can stay close? Arsenal might have a bad week or 2 weeks, and maybe we can jump out in front. Like,
Yeah,
how do
so
you
I have
necessarily
I have
feel about
two.
that?
I have like I'll do a yes and no because I have two answers for this. Okay, so one is the fact that yes, this Arsenal does look different. Like I said, like it's been a while since I saw Arsenal. It reminds me of that Jose Mourinho Chelsea days where they were like 1-0 is still a victory, it's still 3 points. Beating somebody 5-0, beating somebody 1-0 is still 3 points. And they were really grinding results. And this I did not expect. This I did not expect Arsenal to do in the way that they're doing. So this is something that's new. So this Arsenal team definitely looks different, and they've looked more consistent. They've played difficult games. They've played like they've just came from a London derby. They've looked like really sharp there. They've beaten Bayern. They've looked really good there because the Champions League, let's be honest, it is a bigger stage. Like they're like all these players have this sort of dream to play there. So they've like weathered all that storm. So all of that is there. Now, there's two things because of the history of what happened in the last 3 years. So there is a possibility. That's one thing, right? There is a possibility that anything can happen. Two is it's this league, the Premier League. I was the guy, and I still like when I talk about it, I still get goosebumps. I was the guy who was watching my cousins and like my uncles like celebrate Manchester United winning the league, and then like 3 minutes later you heard
Yeah,
Aguero, and then like
yeah,
like you get those
yeah.
goosebumps, and the league was taken away from them 3 minutes later when City was like so. I've seen crazy things happen in this league. Like I just mentioned the Hazard one where
Mm,
Tottenham were winning the league. Hazard like made sure it didn't happen. So crazy things have happened in this league. So
mm,
that's another thing that and that's why staying close means that there's a possibility. And that's why I'm saying
yeah,
with chess that if we beat you, if there's 3 points difference, then we should we should go to win, like play to win it, and we are in a title race. Now, having said that, is that like everything that I'm saying to you can also apply to me. Like we could go on a streak of wins, but we've also seen this Chelsea team being inconsistent,
yeah,
suddenly drop off depending on like what's happening in the only thing that I have encouragement is that we have weathered this storm and we have continued to win. When Delap was out and he's back now, when Palmer's been out for a long time. Okay, so like that is giving me more confidence, and I'm really looking forward to
You
this team.
sound, what's so funny? You sound like an Arsenal fan because we've been talking about Arsenal in the same vein. Though all the players we just got Odegaard back. Now we don't even know where to fit him in the team anymore. Gyökeres, as you see, he's been out. We had Saka out for periods of time. Gabriel's out now. We've Cal, help me on this one because there's a bunch of them that were
Madueke just came back. This
Martinelli
guy,
just came back.
Martinelli just came back. So yeah, we've had a bit of injuries, but we've
So who
weathered
were you
those
all playing
storms.
when so many people were out? Who were you all playing? Like I'm not understanding. Who was your guys on the left and in the center? Like so Moreno.
Trossard was playing a lot of games and he's playing really well. When Saka was injured, Madueke was playing for us, and when Madueke got injured, we had Saka fit for the entire time. We in defense, Gabriel's out, but we still have like Gyökeres and Nkapie to cover. I mean, no, not Gyökeres. We have Mascara and Nkapie to cover for him, and we also, we have Calafiori as well. So we have so many players in defense, and Odegaard's been out, and we've been playing Eze in the midfield. So yeah, our squad depth is actually kind of nuts in terms of
but the thing is, I think where we'll have a lot of clashes is I'm looking forward to that combined 11. I think we will have a lot of clashes there because I don't think
so we are exactly around the corner.
I think that midfield is going to be a heated discussion.
I think the biggest clash we're gonna.
I even think the right back is going to be a heated discussion.
I think the left back is also going to be like. Because me and Cal were saying the other day,
at this point, you have to I don't care if you're wearing a red shirt. At this point, you have to agree that Cucurella has been.
You see, this is the problem. This is the problem here. You see, it's gonna be a very interesting. It's going
to be because there's no way that you're gonna say whoever.
Because look, I'll tell you this much. In general, like you see, we did it with Newcastle. I think me and Cal have been. Sometimes when it gets up in the air, we're 2-2, and we're like, you know what, we'll just give it to them because we're confident in the rest of the teams and players we got around this team. But Calafiori, for me, the other day especially, when you notice the difference, Miles O'Skelly was getting roasted.
Yeah, he was getting rinsed.
Every member of the Bayern Munich attack, bar Harry Kane.
But they're passing him around, bro.
The minute he came off, you just notice there's a level in class when Calafiori comes on.
It's experience. It's experience.
Yeah,
again, I will not fight you on Calafiori being better than Luis Kelly. I will not fight you on that, and I won't fight you on the fact that Calafiori is a good defender, and he's definitely come into this league, and he's already showing signs. I think he's already scored a goal. He's already put up performance. I will not say any of those things. Cucurella was the guy that we wrote off, like the Chelsea fans wrote off, and we're like, we almost, I think because of an injury is the reason he's not wearing a Man United shirt. Because he got injured and the transfer didn't happen. Otherwise, he would have gone to United. He stayed and he's fully turned the thing. I'm not even saying that he's fully turned his entire game around. He's won the fans over, and he's a nuisance to anybody. I don't expect anybody to like Cucurella. If anybody,
I hate Cucurella. I hate Cucurella. I hated Cucurella before it was popular to hate Cucurella. I always hated Cucurella.
I'm saying it's for me, it's normal, and I expect that. You can't like him if he's not in your team. You can't like this guy because of how he is.
I tell you one thing: Erling Haaland surely doesn't like him.
yeah, but I'm saying that's the kind of guy he is. He instigates you to make the foul, and because he's his hair is always falling. It always looks more than what it is.
Way worse. It's what someone said. His hair is like a red card beta. He baits people with red cards.
Isn't the song his hair is effing massive? The Chelsea
he reminds me of a player that played for both of us, David Luiz. He reminds me of him. That guy used to always make all of these players go crazy on him, and then he'll take the foul, and then the other guy.
David Luiz was so, when he played for Arsenal, he was so freaking bad.
Yeah, he was bad for you all, but
oh my god! Don't even mention that guy's name.
No, but
I'm so happy for the defenders we got now. Oh my god! I literally before you brought up the name David Luiz, I forgot he played for us. Erased him from my memory.
It's so for me, the Calafiori and Cucurella debate. I'm gonna accept that Calafiori is better looking. He has the better hair, but he's not better in that left back.
He's also got a lot of hair himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
To be honest, Chelsea trying to debate Chelsea fans on their fullbacks. It's It's like pulling teeth, bro, because it's like they don't want to give you their little baby boy, their prize in Reece James that they're just not
Bro,
willing
like
to
he's like
accept.
Reece James, you have to like. I don't care what you say. There's no way. I'm telling
It's
you,
it,
that's why we're
I,
gonna have the
you see,
debate because,
you see what I'm saying?
like,
He's like,
no, but
there's
like
no
you
way.
can't like. See,
Whoa,
the thing is,
whoa.
what
Timber
I
has
want
been
to
like
ask
the
you
best
again.
Don't talk
fullback
about my
in the
boy Reece
league.
James like that.
No, but what I
Timber
wanted to
has been
ask
the
you is
best
that when you do
fullback in
this
the
combined
league
11,
this
what
season.
is the stipulation of the combined 11? Is it like if they're all fit, or is it like current
Okay, well,
situation?
I think what we'll
Current
do. I
situation is
mean,
way better. Yeah.
I think my question for Cal is we don't know. We'll get into it soon. Jesse, I should be here soon.
I think we scratch off the maybes. I think we just scratch off the
we
maybes.
scratch off Gyökeres
Yeah,
because
we
then
scratch
he
off
was
Gyökeres.
because then
Yeah,
we're
that's
giving up striker if we do
that's
that.
fine. I think we scratch off all the maybes. I think we just do that. I don't like. I think we're doing a preview for the football game. So to put in players that we aren't sure that's actually going to play, I think that's a little disingenuous. Like for Cole Palmer, the manager said that he's playing, so it's like okay, Cole Palmer has to be in there. Arteta hasn't said that Gyökeres is playing. We can't just say, oh yeah, let's put Gyökeres in the team. Like I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
No, that's fair.
By the way, I think
because the thing is, it's important. The stipulation is important because then we know. Because otherwise, then we'll go into this debate of like skill and technicality. If they're fit, if they're not, like we don't want to do that. Like
not only that, then and if we talk about current players, we talk about current form as well. We don't need to talk about
for sure.
what's up.
No, for sure. Like that's why I asked. That's why I asked. If we talk about that, then we talk about current players, current form, and then it's easier to stay on topic.
Yeah, the conversation doesn't have to get dragged to forever.
All right,
to be honest,
that way you've taken on my artillery when it came to the Reece James debate.
Yeah, that's why I asked, bro. Because that's why I asked. Because I know that like for 3 seasons, Reece James was like, I think he played 3 games or something. Like I know that.
Yeah,
we'll stick to that.
Yeah, I just want Jesse to come on here so we could get started with this combined 11 because I'm kind of keen to.
Because I'm also keen. I think that's where we like because again, like when it comes to like, and I'm this guy, bro. Like you don't ever like players getting injured. Like it's never cool. Like okay, there are certain guys who are annoying, but there's no hate. Like I really like some of your guys and all of that. But when it comes to like the actual rivalry of the teams, and if you talk about in the games happening, there needs to be like banter. Otherwise, like what's the point of us like wearing any of these?
Well, one thing I've always said with all you guys, with all the guys who are in the Terrace group chat and everything, I don't think there's only one person in there I think is a terrible person and I don't like. Like I think we're all really good people. We just all get very passionate talking about our football clubs, and we're going to disagree on stuff. That's the nature of football.
That's the whole point of this, bro. Like if we all agree on this, then what's the point? We should start a boy band or something. Like why would we like?
Anyway, I need to make
David speaks
an introduction now because I'm going to move Cal over here and add Jesse Football TV. Jesse to the stage. Welcome. Jesse.
The champ is here.
The world champion.
World champion.
Yep.
What's
up?
Bro, everybody keeps moving this post, bro. This world champion post, like it's for me, it's annoying because if we win and if you say world champions, they're like, it's a pre season friendly trophy. If we lose, they'll be like, oh, club World Cup champions, Chelsea.
It's
lost.
banter,
Like,
but you know that though. You know that it's funny as hell.
But like I'm saying, like at all times say club world champions, and I will accept it. When we lose, then I will be like.
Don't lie, Andrew.
I'll let Cal read this one. I don't want to.
Don't lie, Andrew. He's bloody annoying. This Anton. Good lord. Hey, don't be mad because we're winning, buddy. Don't be mad because we're winning. Yes, Jesse, help us. Let them know, my guy. Jesse, talk facts always. All right. He just wants another hater, bro.
We might as well start getting into it. By the way, we gotta let Jesse feel welcome. Let him know we're into the stream. Give him a chance to settle. Bro, talk to me, man. How are you feeling about this game coming up? Arsenal against Chelsea, your boys. That's at the Bridge.
Well, really and truly, after the midweek game against Barcelona, obviously our hopes, Chelsea fans' hopes, are going to be high. Our expectations is going to be high. what I would say, the momentum, the favorites will definitely be Arsenal. Let's not make no mistake. But last season I saw us. I think we drew at home to you all, 2-2
Yeah,
or
I think
something like
so.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 2-2, right? And the defense this time around is a little more shaky to me, I think, than last season because we don't have Levi Colwell. But I think we are starting to get a little stabilized, and I really think we could get a win this weekend here. It's going to be narrow. It's not going to be no big margin. You all hardly concede goals, and you all hardly even get teams to get a shot off at goal at you, to you and stuff like that. So my expectation is high. I am predicting a win for us.
Yep.
As you should.
And in terms
for us.
of how you feel, do you think it's a must-win game? Like, how would you say
Yes.
must
Right.
win for
So-
Chelsea?
Yes, it is 100% a must win for us. Not just for us, but for the Premier League itself, to keep the Premier League entertained. We don't want. Yes, no. The reason
We
why
don't need entertainment. We don't need
it. No,
entertainment.
we need it because we can't. As I said, you all have the momentum on your side. You all are definitely the favorites, but we don't want it to be another season like last season where Liverpool, after the winter break, you could have clearly seen Liverpool was going to win that. They didn't really have nobody to challenge Liverpool. We don't want that this season.
Yeah, I can see that. No, being on the other side of last year's title race, I definitely felt that. Like, I mean, in terms of how we were playing, I was starting to kind of lose the hunger, the feeling for the league, and to see one team run away with it. Then I had nothing to turn to in terms of the entertainment factor, and it was like,
sorry, Anton, I'm going to have to stop you right here and now. I don't give a fuck about entertainment. I want to run away with this league.
No, that's different. This year I don't want no entertainment.
You think I gave these guys entertainment?
Last year. I'm just saying.
You think I gave these entertainment?
When one team runs away with the league, it's not the Premier League, bro. You'll be watching the Bundesliga or one of the
yeah.
Okay, that's first. Secondly, I like what Jesse said. I like the fact that he said that you guys are the favorites. You know, in the history of Chelsea, like, I'm not even joking. You can go back and look at any game where Chelsea were not the favorites. Those are the games I enjoyed watching. Whenever we go in any game as an underdog, we just play better. As soon as we are complacent, we're the worst team to watch. Like, it sometimes like annoys me. So I'm happy that.
That is comments in here.
No, that is
I gotta run through them quickly. First of all, David goes, loving the attire, by the way. Looks fantastic. Everyone uniform. Look, by the way, if you're not noticed, me and Cal are both wearing kits that Arsenal wore away at Stamford Bridge to get wins. So this is the fun from the famous, I feel like it was 5-3. I don't want to mention the trader who's on the back of this shirt. That's why it's staying on the back of my shirt. But he scored a hat trick in that game, by the way. Cal wanted, if you remember, Gabriel Martinelli no, it's not Gabriel Martinelli. Was it Odegaard?
I can't remember.
Odegaard scored. We won in that season. That was the year that we bottled it, but we did get a win at the Bridge that year. And by the way, I got a question on uniforms. By the way, why don't you guys have a shirt sponsor?
We don't need that shit, bro. Like, we're good. Like,
self-sustained.
We're self-sustained. We're a self-sustained, well-run club. We can sell our hotels. We can sell our women's team, and we can
kiddies teams. We can sell the under 15s.
The main reason why we don't have a shirt sponsor, well, from what it is I gathered, is they are looking for the best person profit-wise. It's not so much we looking for just any, because we could have gotten a shirt sponsor long time, but they're looking for somebody to sponsor 60 mil and up.
Bro, like
60
I'm just
mil
gonna
and up.
I'm just
Hey,
gonna
at
say
least you
that
guys are
till-
actually doing the right thing and not making fake sponsors like some
Nope.
other clubs.
yeah,
At least you guys are
but,
waiting.
what I
At
like
least,
is
at least you guys are
what I
actually waiting.
definitely want. What I definitely want is I don't want us to have anything that has to do with betting. I don't want us to
Yeah,
have
correct.
anything that have to do
Yes.
with crypto. I don't want all of that. And let them take as long as they can. Make some more nice shirts because I'm loving wearing my shirts without any shirt sponsor. I love the Chelsea like shirts.
Okay.
I'm buying
I,
as many as I can before like they
I,
put it in like a sponsor there.
I am a bit different, Andrew. I love the shirt sponsor on the shirt. I don't know. I mean, I am yet to get the new shirt for this season. Well, I suppose I get it this weekend, yeah, right? I only bought it because I just love the red and the white on at the sides and stuff like that. So that's why I said that. All right, I'm going to get this one. But from since we didn't have a sponsor, I was just not interested. But this
I
one
think
I
sponsors
like.
define errors, at least for
I
us.
remember back in your days, you guys used to be with Adidas. You had Samsung on
Yeah,
the front.
that's I said this in
Those
one
to
of
me
the
That's
were
streams.
beautiful.
No, but I said this on one of the streams. The Samsung jersey, like Lampard will always like
Yeah.
Lampard sort of like iconize that jersey.
Yeah.
Then
yeah.
you have the other Yokohama, that is the Hazard one. You know the one with the
Yep.
like, so that's the Hazard jersey, and now the black one with the thing, that's the Stavao jersey. Like that,
Yeah.
like the thing is he wore that, and for me it'll always be him. Like so,
Yeah.
I
So
think
to answer
yeah, for
David's
me,
question, by the way, and it answers the question about what's on Cal's shirt. Arsenal did win that season 1-0 at the Bridge. It was Gabriel Magalhaes who scored for Arsenal. Of course, he won't be available this weekend. But yeah, no, we have definitely won at the Bridge since 2019.
No. As in, like, I don't think you have beat Arsenal at Stamford Bridge. No.
Oh,
Chelsea has beat
Chelsea.
us
Yeah.
at Stamford Bridge. Like, we don't lose at Stamford Bridge. Like, we just don't. And just to like answer in terms of how I feel about the game, I think this is a must-win for Arsenal. To be honest, I think we're better than Chelsea. I just do. Now there's two of you here. I could like not. I don't have to feel like I'm ganging up on anyone. Like, I just feel like we're the better team right now. We have momentum, and I don't think Chelsea right now have shown enough consistency throughout the season to where we could afford to lose or even draw the game. I think we should be going out there to win this game, and I'd be very disappointed if we go out there and we, like, losing is 100% unacceptable. Like, that's just not
Okay,
on
so
the cards.
I'll just rebuttal
And
that.
I'd be disappointed with the draw.
Yeah, I'll just rebuttal that. In the last 10 games, okay, we've drawn one and lost one. Okay, and the one that we lost was to Sunderland. In the last 10 games, we have 5 clean sheets. Like that's crazy. Like I was discussing this, right? The back line has changed so much, but we have 5 clean sheets. So if you're coming home, like you're coming to Stamford Bridge and you're playing, like I said, we have to win this game. Like, I'm confident in the fact that this team has shown that they played at Stamford Bridge. The crowd was, I really like the atmosphere for the Champions League because the crowd was really backing this team. So I really have the confidence that this team has the cojones to play against this Arsenal team, to stick it out, and it's going to be a special game. It is definitely going to be a special game.
The thing is, I will say this.
Stinker.
I think I think it's because of how many ways we score. I just don't, like, you say you got 5 clean sheets. I'm thinking, like, I don't think, like, if we don't score from open play, we're probably going to score like 2 goals from set pieces because of, I don't trust Sanchez. I don't think he's a guy who's going to come in there and claim every cross. I think when we start doing the dark arts in the box, I don't think you guys are going to just, stop that from happening. I think we're going to do some bullshit like what we did over the weekend against Bayern Munich, where Timber does a little shove, the little nudge, distracts the keeper, and then he goes in and scores. Like, those are the sort of things that, and it's why we score from corners so much. And there's actually only a few keepers in the league right now that are like comfortably like go in and claim that cross. Because if you don't have a keeper that goes in there and claims a cross, like, we will score. Like, and that's the problem.
Again, I just want to say, like, you just said about the dark arts and you said about the corners. Like, we spoke about Haaland, right? Like, you like Haaland. He's like a nice guy. He's like a composed guy. You
Yeah.
saw what he did to Kukurea in the box, right? He pulled his hair, and like if you've seen defenders like
I
go
think that
crazy.
was
If you talk
personal
about
from
dark
when
arts, we have
Cucurella
Kukurea,
started
bro.
thinking about him after the Euros.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
since
Like,
then, Holland has been has a hatred for
Cucurella is
Cucurella.
just
Like,
he's
yeah,
just
no,
a
but
race
I'm
he
saying
shot.
won the
Kukurea,
Euros
like
and just took a shot at Holland out of nowhere. He was like,
bro, in that game against PSG, like PSG were already losing. They didn't need to do anything. They
Yeah.
lost one player because, like, if you talk about dark arts, Kukurea has it, bro. Like, he
Yeah,
knows
Cucurella
how
does have it.
to,
He just
he knows how to
pisses
rile
us off.
someone up and then like play innocent. And like for me, I'm not worried about those things. I'm concerned about the set pieces. I'm going to be honest with you. We are not the best at defending set pieces. However, there's another interesting stat that we have also scored from
Scored
set
a lot
pieces
of
in
set
this
pieces.
season a lot more than we have done in any other season.
Yeah.
So there is some game plan there, which I'm
Mm.
also like excited about. So
are
I
those
said
real
this on the
goals? I'm just curious because I just want for all the masses. When you guys score goals from set pieces, right? Those are real, legitimate goals that you celebrate, correct?
yeah, like bro, I'm not gonna
bro.
I'm not gonna do this like corners.
Okay,
I'm not gonna do
okay,
that.
good,
I'm just
good.
gonna like what I said this on the terrace. I said this on the terrace, and like I was like, bro, it'll be crazy if Chelsea wins this game with
Yeah.
a corner. Like it would be like it would
Yeah, that'd be
break
insult to
the
injury.
internet.
That'd really
of
piss
that.
me off.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah,
really piss
that
me
would
off.
break the internet. It would. Like I can't even imagine how Igal and all of these guys will be losing it on the terrace. Like I can't
I'll
even
lose it.
imagine
Yeah.
that.
Oh my
And
god!
I am being real. I will be real as well. I think this game just might be won by a set piece. I don't
Yeah.
think either attack is all that great. I think both the midfield is going
Although
to
both of our
decide this
attacks
game.
can combine for what
No, 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 no,
12
no. One
goals
second, one second. When
combined
you
in
say
the
attack,
last
what do you mean? You mean the
week.
striker? Like you mean the striker number 10?
In
What do you
terms
mean
of
by the attack?
striker, all right.
Because the
I
wing,
could
both our
I
wings are good.
Yeah,
I
Yeah, but I think both of us
Estevao
are
and
playing.
Saka, like
Like
no,
just
they're
but,
like
in
the
in
two
the
best
Champions League,
right
right? You
wingers in the
scored
league right
three.
now.
We
but
both scored 3 in the midweek in the Champions League. We scored 4. You scored 2. So like combined, we've got 12 goals between the two of us
no,
in the last week.
right, but what it is I'm saying in terms of like overall consistency, yes, we are scoring goals. I am not saying no, but
Mm.
how much of those goals coming from the attack? You all just said that you all score a lot of set pieces. Who scores your set piece goals for you the majority of the time? Gabriel. We can all sit here and say that.
Timber
He scores it.
also.
Even us, we score in a lot of set piece goals as well. Our attack, yes, they are good creatively, but in terms of like scoring goal upon, I don't see it.
Yeah.
The thing
So
is, I think the
I have
reason.
a hot take here. I
Yeah.
have a hot take here. Just
We'll
because
go,
of
we'll go with Andrew. Then we'll go with Cal. Then I'll speak. Okay.
Yeah.
okay, sorry about that, guys. I
No,
sorry
I'll
I
go,
cut
I'll
it.
go.
No.
So basically, one thing that I liked about the Barca game, I'm going back to that, is because of what Enzo Fernandez did at the end, and I think that is such a crucial like gesture that like people are not like looking at it enough. This team has been the most united Chelsea team since the Drogba Lampard days. Okay, like you can see it.
Yeah.
Like every goal they score, everybody's celebrating, and we have Garnacho on our team. Like remember that. Okay, so and to a point that when Garnacho was coming off, even Garnacho looked humble. Like that was mental. Like to see that. Now, like the gesture that Enzo Fernandez did was he passed to a striker that has not scored
A goal.
ever since the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
He passed to him, and when he scored it, the look on his face, like it told me everything. So for me, I think that moment unlocked. I might be wrong. I might eat my words on Sunday, but I think that moment unlocked Dilap. Like for me, it's like he feels what it is to score because these strikers are like that. They're very
Yeah.
like
Then even at the goal
sensitive.
Yeah,
disallowed,
they
then he went on
are.
to score a
They're
second
the
one
most
anyway.
sensitive players on the pitch.
Not-
Yeah, they're
not just
sensitive.
that.
So like
Yeah.
as soon as that goal that like would have
Yeah.
boosted his confidence a lot. So that's why I think that this game, Dilap will be way more different than what Harry Kane was in like Munich. And this is going to be a problem for your defense. Like he is going to be a problem, especially you because you don't have Gabriel. So that's why I think that this is going to be different. That's why when Jesse was saying that our strikers like I get it, he was not scoring so far, but he scored now on against Barcelona, and that might change how these guys are going to play. It might
But
change. And Estevao on the
Andrew,
wing.
I think that's fair because like
Andrew,
he had the goal disallowed,
let's
and then the
get on
fact
to
that I
one
think
thing.
that goal was bigger than then it didn't count on the score sheet, but it was massive for him mentally because then he went ahead and then scored one that did count. And that for me is huge. A lot of times people's heads come down when they get a goal and they're like, oh yeah, disallowed. And then suddenly you're like, where the fuck am I going to get another one of these again? He goes ahead, he puts another one back in the back of there. That does tell me that Delap mentally is back, like in terms of confidence standpoint.
And why that Enzo gesture? Sorry, Jesse, I'll just finish with this. Why that Enzo gesture was like captain-like performances? This is what I said was that Enzo had 3 goals disallowed in that game.
True, yeah.
He had 3 goals disallowed, and he was on goal. He could have been selfish and he could have scored it. He still passed to that guy, and I was like, man. Like, I know you did all of that shit in that bus and you have video of you, and I didn't like him and I didn't like that he took Lampard's shirt and I had all of these things. But that moment, like, honestly, I'm saying this now, like, for the first time, this is the moment that changed my thing for Enzo to say that, hey, you've turned it around. You've become part of this team and you want to be like one of the leaders. It's not just that you got this armband, like it means something. So for me, that moment was very, very important. I think it's going to change like the season. It's given me a different outlook on this team, and that's why I'm like
even me as an Arsenal fan, I said it last week, and I take back. I'm going to say this publicly right now. Last week when I said that Arsenal went 7 points clear in the league because I didn't feel that Chelsea had the consistency for me to really be worrying about you. I was worrying about Man City. My opinion on that has changed. I'm telling you, that Barcelona game in the middle of the week was a statement from you guys, and if you play that way against us, this weekend's game is going to be like crazy. We need to be on it.
Electric one.
And so I would say this weekend. This is the defining. I think this game itself is the defining game in the entire Premier League season.
There's open up.
If we win this game and we go 9 ahead of you, and that means we would maintain our 7-point gap with City. I'm finding it very hard to see where we fall off and where we don't end up winning this Premier League. If you guys win it, and you guys make it a 3-point game, I will say with my mouth, and I promise you, I'll make a promise to both of you. I'll come on the terrace and I will say, Chelsea are title challengers. They are title contenders. They are.
No, if Chelsea win, they're definitely title challengers.
Because you have been more consistent. Let's be honest. Let's throw away the BS and all the agendas. You've been more consistent this season than Manchester City and then Liverpool, the teams that we thought would be playing for in the title race, and you've been more consistent than them. So that is going to be sort of my thing on this game. It is a massive game.
For me to say that we are title challengers, I need to see us go through the festive period. You see that Christmas period when all those games come quick and fast. That if we get past that, because in the last couple of seasons, we always struggle when Christmas time come around. We always struggle. That is when we got the most amount of points.
Okay.
So that's a very good point.
If we get past, that's why I keep saying, if by come January, the end of January, we are still in and around like 6 points behind Arsenal, then I will say, yes, it is on. As of right now, I haven't seen that Christmas period come yet to clearly say that, yeah, we're in a title race. No. And one thing, Andrew, do you think Enzo Maresca is going to start Liam Delap? I don't think so.
I don't know, but I think that there's more likely because if you watch the Munich game.
No, starting João Pedro would be a big mistake. Big mistake. Pedro isn't going to do anything against us.
Munich game. Like Jesse, if you watch the Munich game, the thing that they were missing was Harry Kane in the box, because that would have made that entire thing chaotic. Like the game would have opened up differently. And I think João Pedro, even though he's good, like he's been like out of form a little bit now. And Delap is the guy who just scored. Like he's coming off of that like confidence. And because he's that striker that can give the defense like trouble because they don't have Gabriel, I think he will start. What I said before you could come on, I think he shouldn't start Palmer because Palmer's coming back from an injury. He shouldn't start.
Palmer. Nah. Palmer is not going to make that game. I don't think so.
Yeah. Like he might come off the bench.
I wanted to make a point then, and then we'll move on. We're going to do the combined 11. Cal,
so what I was going to say is I do think that there's a high chance that both of us score from set pieces just because from open play, because you guys have Santos and Caicedo in there, you guys are going to be breaking up a lot of the build up and stopping us from kind of, because Arsenal, we like playing around the box, playing in the box, passing it around. And I think that Caicedo and Santos are really, really good at breaking up that flow. And if you guys didn't have those players, obviously, once we get into a flow state, I think we create chances, and then that's how we will pin teams back and score. I think Santos and Caicedo is going to stop you guys from, stop us from building up as comfortably as we would want. And the same thing goes for us. I think your midfield is probably one of the strongest parts of your team and part of your build up. And then we have a Declan Rice and we have like a Zubimendi to help break up play on that. So yeah, I do think, and I feel like Arsenal, we don't defend corners as well as I want us to. And I think it's a good opportunity to kind of to score against us, because even against like, Sunderland and Newcastle, they scored off set pieces or set piece likes. You know what I'm saying? That cross into the box literally lost us the game against Sunderland. So yeah, and especially because of the chaos and because of the fact that we don't have Gabriel, that leader to help the defense, it will be more chaotic if you start lobbing balls into that box. So yeah, I do think this game being decided by a set piece is like 100% on the cards.
All right. Well, we are going to get into the main meal today, which is the combined 11. Now I gotta promise this, because these two gentlemen on here aren't the ones who have the biggest crimes to ask for. I'm talking about men like Don, who made the claim last week, and I want to see if you guys are willing to agree with him. You don't have to say it verbatim. We'll go throughout the 11, and because I don't want to ruin anything. But Don made this claim. He said, Chelsea have a better attack. Chelsea have got a better... By the way, I'm going to change the formation of this. But Chelsea have got a better midfield. They've got better fullbacks. The only place where Arsenal are better than Chelsea, he says, are at centre back. So, but yet he's then not willing to say that Chelsea are in the title race. So
I mean, to be honest, we get that a lot.
Sometimes Don says some wild stuff. Sometimes he says some wild stuff. Sometimes.
To be honest, a lot of fans are willing to say that, because I remember we were talking to the Newcastle guys, and they basically, I know Ash was saying that they had like a better defense and a better midfield than us.
I have to have a serious conversation with Ash, because just could be like about 3 weeks ago, Ash in the chat, Ash was telling me that Newcastle has a better team than Chelsea Football Club.
This is the thing.
He said about us.
He's such a nice guy. When I see him on the chat on the terrace, he's such a nice guy. I don't know why he says these things. I don't know if he's rage baiting or what. Like he seems like such a nice guy, and then he wants to rage bait everyone.
Dude, he was saying they had like pretty much almost a better squad when we were first and they were 14th, bro. Like
yeah. No, because really and truly, I was even struggling to figure out who in Newcastle team will come and start for Chelsea. And if I have to pick anybody from that team, seeing that we don't really have a good left forward, I just might say Anthony Gordon. He just might be the only player to start in.
I think Harvey Barnes has been their best attacker. That's all.
Yeah, Harvey Barnes. But I'm saying Gimenez is one of the players that I would rate in that Newcastle team. But other than that, I don't see
Bruno Guimaraes. Yeah.
What about Tonali?
Guimaraes, yeah.
Tonali, you wouldn't start Tonali over Caicedo?
Oh God!
That was the war. You are telling me that Tonali has to be one of the best CDMs in the Premier League and could be up there with Gravenberch, Declan Rice, and Moises Caicedo. I was like, what is this guy talking about?
Oh yeah, and just to preface this, Declan Rice is not a 6. And
you know
what's really funny? I love the interview after the interview that we did after the Bayern Munich game was so lovely, because I think Jamie Carragher was like talking about the Caicedo Rice debate. It's going to be heated. And then Declan Rice straight up said, I love Caicedo. I put him in my PFA team for the season. I voted for him. But we play different positions. I play box to box. He plays 6. And for me, once he says that, that's kind of the end of the discussion for me. I thought it was always silly. I think Declan Rice played 6 for a couple of months to start off at Arsenal, and he did a pretty good job. But he's transformed. He's doing things that he never did at West Ham in terms of going into the box, his build-up play. And he is a proper box to box. I think people have forgotten what a real box to box is like.
He's more closer to Enzo than Caicedo.
Caicedo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Caicedo is a proper 6.
All right. I'm really happy that we have established that, because
that's what Caicedo
the whole
is.
Rice Caicedo debate thing drives me nuts, because I'm like, I'd have both of them together in a midfield. Why am I picking one or the other? That's why they do different things. They have different roles. Like Caicedo, I would say right now, I mean, metrics wise, is probably a better defender than Rice. That's just only mainly because Rice has not been playing that role for quite some time with Arsenal. He's become more of a forward player. But
what is this formation?
Caicedo does not do this stuff. Well, this is 4-2-3-1.
4-2-3-1.
Yeah. So this is mainly the idea. I've gone with this. I know Arsenal traditionally have been a 4-3-3 holding, but in recent times, since Odegaard's been out, Arsenal's been playing as a true number 10. If you saw the way he played against Spurs, I believe that Chelsea, with a fit Cole Palmer, would also have playing him as a true number 10. So I feel like in order to get our best 2 teams in a combined 11, this is the formation I think we would need to play. Okay. So where do you guys want to start? You guys want to start at the back? By the way, the rules, goalkeeper. So the rules here, by the way, is that three votes obviously gets you in minimum. 2-2, we have to have a conversation, and that's when the debates start coming on, and we're gonna have to try to. Somebody's gonna have to give ground at some point. That way, that this stream does not go on for forever. So,
also, we're only picking players that are currently playing, no injured players, and form has a lot to do with what's going on here, because we're going into the football game. This is not like a combined 11 for this for the past 2 seasons what players were like. This is like a really good, maybe you want to take into account last season as well as this season, so we have like a big spread of what's happening, and also the player has to be fit for the game. If they're not fit for the game, that means they don't get consideration.
All right, let's begin at the goalkeeper, guys. I'm gonna let the away team go for. Actually, we're the away team. Oh, okay.
Clean sheets, bro. That's an easy decision.
Are we all just gonna say Ryan?
Let's not even discuss that. Just put him in right now. Let's not even discuss that.
No, but bro, 5 clean sheets. Come on, bro. Against Barcelona.
Wasn't it Quest that said that he wanted Sanchez over Donnarumma? He took that mug the week after.
Right, we're agreeing on this, yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
just a quick discussion. Just a quick discussion on that.
In there, I knew David Raya was winning. So
yeah. Just a quick discussion on Raya. I think Raya's been great this season. I think he's kind of wobbling a little bit for the last couple of games, a little bit of a wobble, but in terms of his general play, I think he's really stepped up for the past season and a bit. And yeah, he's been one of the best keepers in the league. I think his ability to play out from the back and his and I will always say this about goalkeepers, right? When a goalkeeper can play with at least in modern football, when a goalkeeper can play with their feet, it makes the center back so much more comfortable in terms of beating that press. Because when you can comfortably pass back to your keeper and keep possession of the football, it's part of not conceding. You don't give up the pressure. You're not just booting balls long and losing duels in the midfield, and it creates a level of comfortability that just helps your team's defense. And also his ability, even though he's tiny, his ability to cross claim will always surprise me, how he's so comfortable claiming the ball despite his height, and his reactions are really, really good as well. So just a little bit of a rare appreciation from me.
Let me add a little.
I also want to give. Sorry, Jesse, go.
Let me just add something quick to that, right? Because I just checked a stat. Sanchez has 6 clean sheets. Raya has 7. The only reason why currently Raya is there ahead of Sanchez, because as you said, Carl, probably a little bit of last season into this season, we know Sanchez had a lot of bozo moments last season. He had a lot. And I think that is the reason why we are seeing Raya there over him. Because Sanchez in the to the tail end of last season, into the Club World Cup, into this season, has been good.
That being said, Raya had a bozo moment last week.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did.
No, but
Yeah.
so I wanted to give flowers to Sanchez as well. The thing is, Sanchez has been he's turned it around for sure, because I really don't like the guy. He makes me uncomfortable when he's in goal. Not when the other team is attacking. When they're attacking, his saves are like sometimes ridiculous. The amount of saves that he pulls out. When it starts to become a problem is when we are in control of the game and he has the ball. That's when I'm like, man, just get the ball out of the box, because you're not going to keep, because that's when there's a bozo moment that happens. So for me, I will give my flowers to him. He's turned it around. He's become better, but I will be at ease when we have a better goalkeeper eventually in the thing who gives me that sense of security. But
being uncomfortable when you're in control of the game is crazy.
No, but just think about it. Like every time, it is that. Like, just think about it. Just think about every time that we've conceded is when everybody's relaxed and then he's like taking too much time. Even that pass where he passed it to I think it was Chalobah, and then Chalobah caught the ball. That was like, I still think that was a handball, because he went and stood. He kicked the ball and he went and stood to receive a pass back. So when I saw his body language, so we won't debate that now, but yeah, he has his bozo moments and he always has one in his pocket. He'd pull it out anytime. So I just
all right. Well, let's move on. Do you guys want to do fullbacks first or center backs? Which would
put in your two center backs.
Let's go center backs so that it moves faster, because I know.
Okay, look. Stuck. All right. Well, I'll go with
two center backs. Just put them in one time.
Yeah, just like wherever we can speed it up, let's go fast, because I know
where we can speed it up. And the left back will go Hincapié. Because let's be honest.
Are you crazy?
No, bro. Like you can't. No. Like,
to be honest, man.
Left back.
No.
Straight Cucurella. We are not even. That should not even be a debate. As of right now.
Not a debate.
To me, I think the only better left back in world football than Cucurella right now is Mendes.
You serious? You think Cucurella is number 2 in the world?
Who?
I don't think there's a better, like, especially not in the league. Like in the league, definitely not.
Especially in the league. Who?
In the league, definitely there's nobody better than Cucurella. Like,
I think Calafiori is better offensively than Cucurella. If you want like a marauding left back.
Who's better than who?
Calafiori, more 100%.
You know what?
100%.
I think I'm going to solve this. I think I'm going to kill this debate. I think I've got a great compromise, by the way, boys, to kill this debate. I just put Hincapié in the left center back. How about we just put Calafiori in at left center back instead and put Cucurella so they're both in?
What?
No, because Calafiori doesn't play left center back. He just doesn't. Not for us. It's between. We're not moving shit around.
Yeah, like just this thing about like attacking wise, like if he's better or not. Just in the last game against Barcelona, Cucurella has an assist. Like just there.
Yeah.
Like you
against Bayern, like Calafiori comes on. Calafiori comes on for literally like 2 minutes, and he breaks the game.
Not even.
It's literally the winning assist.
Here's why Cucurella is going to be over all your left backs and has to be at least the second best left back in world football. His consistency. For the last 2 seasons. For for club and country. Let's forget about club football. Country football. In terms of club, I'm willing to concede because of the last season caveat. Because this season Calafiori is different from last season Calafiori. Because Calafiori he's kind of gone up like 2 levels this season, but he wasn't playing like this last season. Cucurella has been consistent since last season.
So yeah, I'll
also,
concede for
and
that one.
also Kukura,
That's
bro,
the
as much as I love the guy, like the thing is, he's the guy that made that pass that lost England the thing, because I was really supporting England to win, and he's the one who made that pass again, like
Who?
against England. Like, yeah, he's been extremely good consistently.
All
All right.
Well,
Right back
Correa
position.
gets in
Oh
at left
my
back. All right,
god.
here we go.
It's
Should we
like
just
talking to
stretch?
Chelsea
Bro,
fans
like,
about
I
Reece.
mean, like,
Here
make
we
the
go.
choice. You can either pick Gusto or James. Like, you can pick either one.
Oh,
Gusto is not better
don't
than Timber. Like let's be 100%. Look, Gusto's not
Then
better
James
than
it is, bro. Like,
Urian
if you
Timber.
say James,
Um,
James is like,
Urian Timber's been like pretty much the best right back in the league this season.
see, the thing is,
I would
like,
second that.
yeah, but like
Ah,
the thing is that
I
the
find that
quality of
hard.
James, and he has been available, and he has been playing consistently. We're talking about current form. We're talking about
Was he available all of last season as well?
Yes.
no, he was not available all of last
No.
Yeah,
season.
wasn't he?
No, he was not available all of
I-
last season. He,
Uh,
he was not
I
available
think
all
he,
of
I
last
think
season.
we
But we're talking about current
yeah,
form, and
he
we're
played
talking
one game
about
last
like
year.
no, here's what I would say why I will put James over Timber. James is right now one of the very most versatile players in his position. He's world class as a right back, and he's a world class player as a center midfielder. If Urian Timber can do that, then you put him there.
It depends
If
on
Urian
what
Timber can score free kicks, you put him there.
the thing is. Urian Timber is still better 1v1 than Reece James in terms of locking up defense.
What?
Yeah, he is.
Absolutely.
Did you watch? By the
Yes.
way, I gotta shut that up.
Absolutely not.
Did you watch the Bayern game
Urian
that
Timber
last week?
literally locked down literally everyone he faces in the Champions League.
So what is Reece James?
Like all of Bayern Munich's attackers locked down. Paris Saint-Germain wasn't getting anything out of him. Kvaratskhelia didn't do anything against him. And they were like the best team. Like Kvaratskhelia was literally cooked everyone last season. He did not cook Urian Timber. You cook it, you're locking down Vinicius Jr. You're going, Bayern Munich's coming to you. You're locking down whoever's on that right-hand side, Elise. Whoever.
Kudus last week was anonymous.
Kudus didn't do anything. In terms of 1v1 defending, in terms of just 1v1 defending, I literally cannot think of anyone better than Urian Timber. He's that's his source.
But like Urian Timber, so again, like, the thing is, I will not fight you on the fact that Urian Timber is a quality player. Like I said, like when it comes to like the set pieces, like after Saliba, I think he's the problem. Like that's what I'm worried about. And when I said this when I came on the stream, I'm worried about two players of yours. One is Timber, the other one is Madueke, just because of the like he's coming and he's got this like fight that he wants to play. And also, obviously, you have Eze. So, okay, I forgot to mention Eze before. But the quality of Reece James, the fact that he has been available like this season, because every time the only debate of Reece James was, yeah, he has quality, but he's not playing. He's not only played consistently, we have kept clean sheets, and it's a collective effort. And he has been like Jesse said, he's been versatile. If somebody needs to go back into the midfield, it will be Reece James. If Kukurea goes up into the box, it's back three and Reece James is there. So like this kind of versatility that like, and he's just shown like this sense of like quality that I think only Arnold was always there that to sort of challenge him in that aspect, especially in the attacking aspect in terms of the set pieces. Like the quality is just undeniable. So that's why for me it's very difficult to give up the right.
It has to be Reece James.
It is very difficult.
Even sometime, I think it was like 2 to 3 shows ago, even on the terrace, Terry had to say Reece James is just a nudge better than Timber.
Did he say that?
Yes.
Because I also seen Terry go on
I'll have
stream
to
and
go and
say
find
Timber
that
right
for
now undeniably has been the best right back in the world. So he's saying different things to us.
Reece James-
No.
I think
It's not that. Again, the thing is when Terry would have said that, or when anybody would have said that, it's always this debate of like, yeah, but Reece is not available, and they keep saying, availability is the best ability.
And then people change their minds after every performance. Like after the Barcelona game, people will be like, "Oh yeah, Reece James is definitely the best." And then we beat Bayern, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, no, Timber's
No,
the
but
best." And it's just like,
I'll tell you,
everyone just
in that Barcelona
Yeah.
game, Reece James was playing in the middle, right? He was playing in the middle, and as soon as
Yeah.
Gusto went off in the first half, Reece James came back to his right back position, and that's the versatility we're talking about. That when it's demanded, like he can play in that, but he always comes back and he's playing in that position, and nothing changed. Like the quality of the performance didn't change because his position changed. We
Yeah.
were still dominating that game. We were still, and this kind of versatility plus the fact that he's like right foot, like that cross, that the free kick, it's like all of these things add up.
I've been one of the
Well,
biggest Reece James
well,
guys
at
in
least
terms of
at
he's
least you're
not
willing
fit,
to
he's
admit
not
that
fit.
set piece taking is something that
Bro, like
you
a goal
you
is a
like.
goal. Like
I
I'm
think
telling you,
Andrew
And that means
established that point.
that means
it
something
can
for
hit your
players. So
ass
yeah,
and it
I'm
can go
willing.
in. Like you can hit your ass and it can go in, and it's still a
Yeah.
goal. It doesn't matter
So
how
the
you score it,
quality
as
of
long as it's-
delivery means something for players. Okay, let's put Reece James in.
Now,
Cal needs to
I
realize
was
we're
now about to
arguing
say,
against Andrew,
what-
not Ash. So
what I was now about to say to add to what Andrew said. This is how we are going to end this debate with the two of them. One stuff. The other one
here we go. And you,
yet to win.
chat, you hearing that? Remember our conversation of the day? That's one.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Reece James, Club World Cup captain, trophy winner, won it. He lived that trophy. I know you all don't rate the Conference League, but he was. This is the thing. The Conference League final basically showed that Reece James didn't start that game. Came on halftime. What happened?
I don't know what happened because I don't care about the Club World Cup. I mean, I don't care about the Conference League. I don't care about the Okay. I don't care about the Club World Cup, right?
Again, I know this. I know,
but
this
I'm willing to listen to conversations about it, right? Even though I don't care about the Club World Cup, I'm not listening to conversations about the Conference League.
Okay, Carl. So here's what, right?
Not the Conference
So
League.
yeah, I get it. So
No,
Real Betis was a difficult team to play, but the
Yeah,
Club
it
World
is.
Cup was like PSG in their pomp. Like they were like dominating Europe,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we destroyed them. I'm telling you, I didn't believe. Like I watched that game 4 times to
Yeah.
think, like, is this real? Like, or is this like in a day of AI where we live, like
I
anything
know.
can be just thing.
Yeah.
I was like, is this real? Like
That's
I
what I'm
couldn't believe
willing to hear. Even though I don't care about the Club World Cup, I'm willing to listen to arguments as to why it means something, right?
Now,
Not the
here's
Conference
why-
League.
Now,
Not the
here's
Conference
what
League.
I will add to this. Reece James, right now, I will say he is world class. Urian Timber, I don't think he's there yet. He's on the brink. He's on the brink. He's close. But without winning, I don't think he will. He could still be world class without winning, but I think then he needs this Arsenal team in its entirety.
Okay, let me ask this guy.
Yeah, I'm willing. I'm willing to
the show
concede. I'm
next-
willing to concede. Will Reece James, to be honest, it's not like
if we get it, okay. I think I'm starting to think that for mine too, just because we can move the show along. But if we go into this next year by Jesse's logic and we've won the league, Timber wins this conversation. We come back to this episode next year. He has to
100%. If he keeps if he keeps performing the way he does,
Yeah.
and he's actually just won the league, the first league, playing like one of the best right backs in the world, because he is. You can't name like 3 left backs, 3 right backs that are just clearly better than him. Even freaking Trent Alexander-Arnold's like fallen off an absolute cliff playing for Real Madrid.
we can definitely have this conversation, but in that same time, if Reece James goes and wins an FA Cup and a Champions League, then it's going to be difficult for Timber.
Well, if he wins the Champions League, then it's
level
like
out the side a little bit though.
Yeah, if he wins the FA
FA
Cup and the Champions League, then obviously it's like a
No,
different
yeah.
conversation.
I will still say, even if we win the FA Cup and the Champions League and Arsenal go on and win the league, I think at that point we could boldly say bravely say, but that both of them probably on the same level. At that point,
And these are
I
two
might
great
just put
players. That's what
Uriel
hard
Yeah,
about
Timber.
sometimes
and it would
these
depend
these
on, and it
combined
will also
11.
depend.
Like,
Yeah, and it would also depend on the performance. But
That's what
they
I
would
yeah,
both
that's what I was
they
talking
would
about.
both be obviously world class at that point.
No,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no, but
I might at that point I might just put Uriel Timber slightly above, because the Premier League is something that is uh 38 games. You have to play 38 games to actually win a title. So the level of consistency throughout a season, competition, knockout competition, anybody can win. We can
no,
clearly
but
see
this
that.
this
Bro,
this
is this
knockout
a Chelsea
competition is
fan
different.
talking? What are you talking
Yeah, but
about,
this
bro?
Champions League is this Champions League is different, bro. Like the way it's structured and everything is
Yeah,
different. But having said all of that, just
You're
just
right.
as a side note, I wanted to say that, like, to have this conversation where I'm like, even as a playfully saying he might win an FA Cup and might win the Champions League. Like last season, we would have been laughed at because we were called, like, when we're talking about United and Chelsea, we were like the battle of the mids. Like that's not there anymore. And I feel so happy to have this conversation.
yeah,
Nah, I think
I
Chelsea
know. I
definitely
know
has
you
a
definitely
chance.
graduated from that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you left Chelsea, you left United in the mud. Okay, David's
And the thing
probably
is,
still in the
and this is
chat.
and this
He's gonna
is
say something
and
now,
this is
but
the whole
And the thing is,
conversation I
United is
have.
leaving Liverpool in the mud right now. Like Liverpool is
Yes,
even below them. It's crazy.
and I
oh
think
my
and I
god.
think that in terms of, and this is why I think Chelsea have a better chance of winning the champs and the cups, because it's the consistency and the grueling nature of the league, where you just have to be good every week and every team's just able to beat you. It's like so hard to win a league, and that's why it's very hard for a team that aren't favorites to win the Prem. It's just like Arsenal, we have never been favorites to win the Premier League. At least once the season has started at this point. Like 10 games into the season, I don't think we've ever been favorites to win a league. You know what I'm saying? Maybe
I
people
think
would
2 seasons ago. No, when was it? It was 2 seasons ago, or was it 3 seasons ago? That time you were
No,
favorites, bro.
in
Like
any of
you
those times,
guys.
I'm a person who checks the betting odds on the regular. In both of those seasons, even when we were up 8 points clear, City were still the bookies' favorites. And
Okay,
and
like,
in that year,
I'm talking about going into the season, right? So going into the like let's say, for
going into the
example,
season, it wasn't us either. It was Liverpool.
even 23-24 season, when we challenged and we took it to like the last day, going into the season, people would said that Arsenal were going to drop off. They thought that the 22-23 season was a flash in the pan, because we literally finished fifth and then we title challenge. People like, okay, this is like a Leicester season. They're not going to do this again. At least that's what I was hearing at the time. And when we showed that we were more consistent, that's when people were like surprised, like, oh shit, this Arsenal team's actually like not going away. So in terms of being a team that's like usually the team that are favorites, just the better team with the bigger squad wins the league. And that's why Man City just wins every time. Like even against Liverpool would be taking them to the last day of the season and they would still just lose every time, because Manchester City just had the better team. So it's very, very hard to win the league when as an underdog. And that's why I think Chelsea has a better chance of winning the champs and the FA Cup, because it's a cup competition. The league's really, it's so unfair, and it's so like,
and we
I
always
wouldn't
have
say unfair, but it's just grueling. It's just grueling.
and we always have a knocking club competitions. We
Yeah.
we tend to do better over there as in the league itself.
Yeah. Now I guess we're gonna move on to the left. I think left.
So you want to do center mid or DM?
Yeah, less center mid.
All right, let's do
Here's
this.
what.
Are we about Declan Rice, obviously, for
Let's
us?
just put Declan Rice and Caicedo in there almost immediately, and we'll figure out the other person, because
Yeah.
let's not debate that.
Yeah, let's not waste time when we know
Declan Rice
that,
and Caicedo are literally
So
probably
Zubimendi and
season.
Enzo lose out in this one when they're not even getting a shout.
Wait, what?
Zubimendi and Enzo aren't even going to get a shout.
No,
I
because
don't think so.
like these two guys are definitely like way better. Like they're
Alright.
way better.
I don't think they're like, I mean, I don't think Zubimendi is like in a different league to Caicedo, but I just think Caicedo has been in the top three like midfielders in the league. I think Declan Rice has been top three midfielders in the league this season as well.
I like what David said the other day. Like I think he said it about Estevao, but like he said, this guy's top 2 in the world and he's not 2. Like, and that's what I feel about Caicedo. Caicedo's top 2, but he's not 2.
In terms
All right,
of
well, let's move this along quickly because I read your chat, Andrew.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on. Let's go. Let's just complete the midfield. Let's go to the Tasty. Let's go into the 10 position, right? So Cole Palmer is now back. I'm assuming that is who you're putting up for Chelsea.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Like if Cole Palmer plays, then he's there. Like there's no doubt. Like I think everybody would like to have Cole Palmer in their team. Like he's
Right.
just that guy.
Right. But here's what I will say to that. Yes, we have to be realistic as fans sometimes. Cole Palmer has been injured. And he has been injured a lot last season as well. As of right now, it pains me to say it. It pains me to say it. But I just will put Eze as the number 10.
I think if Cole Palmer was fit, 100% fit,
yeah,
because he's literally hasn't. We actually haven't actually seen. We actually hasn't seen him play. We haven't seen him play football.
Exactly, and we haven't seen him play.
I mean, it's very hard to argue against a hat trick last week.
And Joao Pedro. So we have to be fair. This is just me being fair, right?
No, but I'll tell you. So the thing is, I'll tell you. So again, I already said this. You know that I have nothing against Eze. I love the guy. I love the guy as an individual. I love the guy as a player. I love him. I loved what he did at Palace. There's a difference between and the sort of like what did I say? The sort of requirement or prerequisite of this combined 11 was that if somebody is going to play in the game, that was one of the things.
Yep.
And the other one was like the last 2 seasons we said. And if you think about
well, if it's that, well then
if you think about the
Palmer.
Club World Cup, if you think about like I know you don't rate the Conference League again, Cal.
Yeah. Like
it was dead rubber that game. Like nothing was happening. And like Palmer said it in his post-match. He's like, I was tired of passing the ball back and forth. He just took the ball and he changed the game. At one point in time, he did a cross where Jackson didn't even know that he scored the goal. Like he just smashed it on Jackson's head and it went in.
Yeah, that's him.
And like for me, like that's the
Nicholas
kind
Jackson
of
the
player
other
I
day.
want, and that's the kind of player that will change a game. Like you have, like for me, there's no debate. I love Eze. Again, I think Eze is going to be a problem on Sunday. Like, don't get me wrong, Eze is going to be a problem. Somebody needs to mark him because he is like one of those guys that I would love to have in my team. Like I would love to have an Eze in my team because he can create. He has this tenacity. He does the dirty work. He's not just like a shiny player. Okay. And even after saying all of that, like Palmer, like his ceiling is crazy.
The thing is, I'm willing to concede this because I'll just put Eze on the left. I'll just put him.
But here's the thing on my side though, because
I didn't know.
I'll be honest, guys.
More than 2 years and stuff. So then, 100% Cole Palmer, absolutely.
I'll be honest, guys.
Because there was a prerequisite. I always asked this before we even started the 11.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
The thing is, as well, for me, like Odegaard, for me, this is the second Thunderdome I've gotten. He hasn't even gotten a shout out because he's not available. I mean, he is available, just coming back in both of those scenarios. But for me, Odegaard doesn't even get a shout in this discussion. So I think Palmer and Odegaard are sort of kind of in the same place right now in their seasons, where they obviously are probably the best number 10s at their clubs respectively, but they're just coming back to fitness. And we got a player here in Eze who's literally just banged a hat trick on the weekend. It's very undeniable to say that if we're going into this game and we're making one team between the two of us, we would start Eze in the 10.
Like if you do Eze in the 10, you're going to have a problem for the right. Like
but
the right.
No, here's my thing.
Because I will use the same logic, and then if we use the same logic, we will fight on that. Because
so with these left and right wingers,
the right is very easy.
With these left and right wingers, let's be honest, both of our left wingers are. I wouldn't start over either of our right wingers. I'm actually really.
There is a possibility.
No, we're not doing that.
What if we do Estevao on the left and Saka on the right?
Absolutely.
The thing is, Estevao won't play on the left. I know Estevao can play in the center.
I don't
and
like
play
that.
on the right.
Yeah,
but you know who can play on the left for you? Madueke can play on the left for you.
No, the thing is, Eze is our best guy off the left. He is. He's just been playing in the center because Odegaard's been injured. You know, he was getting assists and playing well on that left hand side. And for Palace, he played as a left 10.
Because
And when you watch
I
him
don't know
play
about
his
Jesse,
position,
but I'm not going to fight you on the left. I'm not going to fight you
Yeah,
on
I'm
the
not
left.
gonna fight you on the
know,
left.
On the
Yeah,
left,
so
I'm not
I
gonna
think
fight
we're in that same position. We're like, we're not going to fight you on the left.
no, but it's like I think it's
we're
pretty.
not gonna
I think
fight you on the left.
I think it's pretty easy to put Cole Palmer as the cam and then Eze
And
as the left wing.
I'll be left
Because
wing.
to be honest, like if we
Yeah.
start the game with Odegaard as a 10 and Eze on the left, that's like our strongest team. You know?
So we'll do.
Some
right.
people
Do we
might
agree
just
on this
like,
then?
what the hell
Yeah.
is this team? But like, yeah, I mean, the thing is, I've not seen enough of Eze in Arsenal, so I can't like comment on this thing because I knew for Palace he played like as the 10, but for this I don't know.
Yeah. For Palace, he played as a left-sided 10, and essentially they would play with like a striker, 2 10s, and then midfielders. They didn't
It's
have
somewhat like what
like
and I do. Like
when
Cunha
you
and
look
Aguero
on the sheet, you're
technically-
not his role doesn't say left or right wingers. It's almost like they didn't play with ringers in inverted commas, but like when you watch him on the pitch, he's literally the only person occupying that space for
Okay.
for Palace.
Yeah, I
So
think- I
he's
think
essentially
once-
playing as a
Once
winger.
Roy Hodgson left and Glasner came in, that's when they had that switch. Because I think originally under Hodgson, Eze used to be a 10. Because you had Elise, I think you had Elise as well, who played strictly as a right winger. And Eze was in the 10. And then there was somebody else on the other side. I think it was Zaha at one point, right? So
Yeah, Zaha was in the 10. Correct.
right. So yeah, so basically he's a left winger, I think, by trade mostly, as a recently, like in terms of in Glasner's system, and as well, I think in Arsenal's system, he's playing back in the middle now because Odegaard has left a void there, and he's the best person to put in that position for us right now. But I think if we're doing
Because the
combined
only
11, we're
person-
trying to get our best
like
players in there.
Yeah, the only person I would, because you have Eze there, and that's the thing. Otherwise, I would have like fully 5 minutes more. Okay, I would have fully like fought for Pedro Neto to be there because just of who that guy is in our team.
Yeah,
Like he's just as hardworking. Like
workhorse.
we need somebody like that. I would have like argued and all of that, but I just think that like in terms of what we're talking about here is like somebody who can change the game. If you're talking about people who are there for the team and like fight for the team, that's completely a different like topic. But yeah, I'm just gonna say that like let's put Eze there and like leave it
Alright.
at that. For the right side, we like next year it's going to be like how you said for Timber, but next year you'll have to watch that space. It's going to be difficult for you to like.
So just put your
like
guy
retain
one.
that
Just put your guy one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
because
the
like
only-
next
and the
year
on-
it's going to be
Yeah,
a debate
because
because this
he
guy
has-
is like somebody said this guy is the truth, bro. Like Estevao is just
I mean,
like,
if
I
if
don't
if
know.
if, Sac, if we actually go and do the madness and win a Prem or a Champs, I think it's going to be even harder for Esteval to get into a combined 11. That's
It's
the
going
thing,
to
right?
be harder, but there's going to be that conversation because you can
Yeah.
tell that this guy is special. Like you can tell.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, he's
I've
something.
never, as a Chelsea fan, like I'm feeling what I felt for Hazard when I used to watch
Yep.
Hazard play. Like that feeling. The stadium, you can hear it in the stadium. Like the manager itself is saying, like, I mean, the fans, and we also want to have Parma and Estevao play together. I've not heard a manager talk about like a player like that, talk about excitement like that. He's always neutral. So this guy, he has something. Again, I don't want to get so gassed up about this guy because it's better that everybody underrates him and like he flies under the radar for some time till he acclimatizes himself to the league. But man, like because they spoke about his physicality, they spoke about whether he's going to be able to think. This guy looks skinny, he looks small, but his close control and his touch and like just him like I can wax lyrical about this guy, like, and I just started like watching him like not even like 6 months ago, like since the Club World Cup.
Not only
like,
that, I see this kid running back and tackling players cleanly and taking the ball
when
off
we're
of
leading
players.
3-0 like that, and that's the thing, the caveat is
Yeah.
when we're leading 3-0, he's running back to tackle and try to get the ball because he's like, we still can get goals in this. And I'm like, bro, like what is this guy, like he's this tenacity is But like as soon as the game, the whistle's blown, he's this calm guy. He's not. There's no like this unnecessarily trying to be cooler than you are kind of attitude. He's just this calm guy. He's doing his thing. He's happy to like see everybody. I just love this guy. Like I can't wait to see like what he's going to become. And I'm out of all the bad things I said about this ownership when they came in and like these sporting directors, I'm glad that they have like an 8-year contract with this guy. So it's going to take a while. Barcelona and Madrid come for him. So
Yeah,
like that's
definitely.
the thing I'm hoping for.
Yeah, and now we have to get onto the dustiest position for both clubs based on availability.
Yeah, I think we'll
The
be
striker, I
fighting
was
each other.
literally-
Be like, no, you put your striker.
Mikel
No, you
Moreno.
put your
Stick
striker.
Mikel Moreno up there. Stick him up.
You want to put wait. We're gonna put Mikel Moreno, a central midfielder, up there ahead of Delap or João Pedro.
The Lapa scored one
I
goal
was
this
going to
season.
say, like, if you want to put somebody there, like from Chelsea, I
Yeah,
would
put
put Pedro Neto there
Pedro
because
Neto.
he played that.
Yeah.
He played that position like for against
Wait,
Barcelona.
Pedro
But
Neto
otherwise-
or João Pedro?
Pedro
João
Neto.
Pedro.
Pedro Neto
Pedro
played
Neto.
there. He played the striker for
You-
us. On
But come
see,
on,
this-
like
this is what I'm
it's
saying,
either
right?
going to be
Well,
João
this is why I
Pedro
said, Cal, why do we
or
eliminate
Mikel
the
Moreno.
Democrats from this
No,
conversation?
it has to be
Because
he
he's
has
not
to be
fit.
a
He's
natural-
not
a
guaranteed to be in
natural
the game.
striker. Yeah, he
Not
has to
guaranteed.
be a natural striker. So
no, I'm just kidding, bro. I was just talking about like the position that he played.
Yeah.
Like he played for against Barcelona in that position. But yeah, like
So-
this is.
I
if you're
think
gonna
we
pick-
put. I would put Mikel Moreno based on his ability to just score random goals in terms of in the clutch. João Pedro, he has actually 4 goals and 3 assists in the Prem this season, which actually isn't that bad. I just can't remember when he scored the 4 goals, to be honest with you.
No, but
I
he
think it was
scored
at the very
against
start of the season.
Wolves and he scored against Spurs.
Oof.
Mm,
Wolves
Yeah.
are like
I'm
Wolves have
thinking
one.
Pedro. To
Wolves
be
have
honest,
1
I'm being
point.
honest, I think it'd be disingenuous for me to put Moreno ahead of João Pedro.
yeah. No, I was just wilding at that point, but that to put
Yeah,
me
just
in
put.
the
But like, I actually honestly
I will
don't.
put
I don't
João
care
Pedro.
about this one.
João Pedro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put
I
Pedro.
think I'll
I'm just
put
trying to
João
see
Pedro.
who
But
he scored against Spurs and Wolves. That's the 2 teams he scored against.
But the thing about it is, right? This formation, this 4-2-3-1. João Pedro, to me, I think he's more of a 10 that plays in a false 9 as a false 9. He's not really a striker. He's a false 9.
Same with
I
Mikel
think
Moreno.
this formation
Same
doesn't
thing.
really call for a false 9. This more calls for a target man.
I
This
know
more
the
calls for-
target man-
Delap's the only target man available, and I don't think I want to.
By the way,
Yeah,
Cal,
with Dilap, I
if
can't
the
confidently
team
say.
sheet
I'm
comes out
hoping
and
that
Victor
it's some
Gyökeres is at
changes.
least on the bench, I am editing this 11 and I'm putting it as the thumbnail for this.
If he's confirmed, sure, but like right now, like no one said anything. So
No, but
we
I'm
can't
saying
put him
that
in there.
like for me, the thing is, I will like like big up Dilap with chest. If he had shown at least 2 games before the Barcelona game, I would have like definitely put Dilap there. Right now, he's not shown enough. Like he's come back and he's not really like that red card really like put me off to say, hey, you just come back, like keep it together. I think he's still young. He's still like he has to figure himself out. But I'm gonna tell you guys, like when I started this, I didn't expect us to have this balance of
players.
Chelsea and Arsenal players in this 11. I thought we were gonna like go at it and be like like not come to any agreement and like just still be stuck on
To be honest,
Reece James
to be
and
honest, our
Cucurella.
biggest because and I think it's also because we've kind of exhausted the media has exhausted a lot of the Arsenal versus Chelsea players a lot. That's why when we got to Declan Rice and Caicedo, Jesse's just like, just put Declan Rice and Caicedo in, because it's like we've spoken about them too much. They play different positions and they're clearly like 2 of the best midfielders in our teams. And if honest to God, if a manager had all our players, they would play both Caicedo and Declan Rice. Like they just would.
Bro, like for a strong team, like for a proper strong team, just a striker, any other striker. I'm not talking about any of us what we have, but just any other striker on top there. And if you change Nketiah for either Colwell or you put Fofana there, this team is a very scary team to play against. Like this team is a very, very scary team to play against.
Yeah, look, to be honest, I've said this and I'm just gonna say it out loud. I don't mean to be insulting whatsoever, but I would pick Mascara ahead of Fofana or any other center backs as well. Like our center back depth is so good. All of them could start for Chelsea. Levi Colwell's, I think, the one that has a shout if he was fit. To be fair, and he's sort of been forgotten about because he's
No, like
injured.
Fofana is like see Fofana. The thing
For the
about
rest of
Fofana
them,
is,
for the rest of them, even our backups would start for you if you guys
but
walked
like
into that.
Fofana, you're only saying that because you've not seen Fofana play enough and because he's been injured. But when Fofana is fit, that guy is just something else. Like I really like to have like that kind of a defender because one, he has no fear. Two, he has like crazy pace for a center back.
Yeah.
And like he's just like he has no fear in defending. And I like his attitude. I
Mm.
I think that's because he's been injured. Like
Yeah.
it's overshadowed his career a lot. And I think
Mm.
if he stays fit for this entire season to the end of the season, you'll change your mind on that. You will see
No, but
like this
Andrew,
guy is a different.
no, he has our curse in Chelsea Football Club. I am yet to see our two best centre backs form a partnership in Levi Colwell and Fofana. So we don't know how well these two or what they can become as Gabriel and Saliba is. We haven't seen that. And this is what I need to see. And I need to
You
see
guys have played with a lot
Fofana.
of injuries, man. Like even the fact that Lavia didn't even come up once is like telling. Like it
It's
wasn't
crazy,
even
yeah.
I
mentioned.
already said next season, if this guy doesn't remain fit for like at least half of the season, give me 19 games at least, I am done.
He's
No,
kind
but
of
I
like
think I'm already
kind of like
done.
how
Like to be honest
Tomiyasu
with
was
you,
for us. Like where
Yeah.
Tomiyasu would like come on at right back and he'd be like, "Oh my god, Tomiyasu," and then he just get injured and it's like he's gone. And like
Yeah, I
no
can't
one.
see
It got to the point no one even rated him because he just never played. You
he
know.
yeah,
never
no,
played.
but
That's
I'm
why
already done with Lavia because I rate the guy in terms of like
yeah.
his ability. Like when
But
he
look at the
plays,
value of
it's
this
so
team, by the way. It's a
beautiful.
802 million euro squad, the starting 11. And we've taken Gyökeres out. That would have taken us over $1 billion.
No, but I'm saying I mean that's Chelsea's squad, no $1 billion. Just
No,
Chelsea's
no, no.
squad
We take out
alone.
Gyökeres and Gabriel out of this, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I reckon this would have been worth at least somewhere close to $1 billion.
Like if all our best players were fit, I think it'd
Yeah.
definitely be with that. Most definitely.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wow,
guys,
that was-
let us know in the
it was
comment
crazy.
section below what you guys think about the 11 that combined 11. We actually basically came 6-5 Arsenal, and that 5-5 in terms of midfield players. Yeah,
The only one that's like very questionable is the striker, and that's because it's questionable literally across the board. In
I
terms
think
of
we were
squad.
both like, no, you have to take the striker.
It-
No, you take the
Yeah,
striker.
the
No,
only
you
one
take
that
it.
looks out of place is a striker for me.
No,
Like,
but
in terms of-
also, guys, I'm telling you, like this thing was like I said, like coming on here, like coming onto the show. I really appreciate it. Thank you for like having me on. Also, like it was nice. It was like getting to know you guys, like and I think that because it's the first time we're doing this, it was like nice. We're not like fighting as much because it's all like getting once we get a little bit like used to each other. I think
Yeah.
it'll be more spicier. If you know what I mean.
I think it would have been a lot feistier if we were a little closer in the league.
Exactly.
I feel like if let's say we did this, let's say you guys beat us on the weekend and we're doing this again, I think it'd be a problem.
Yeah.
it will be a problem. Yeah.
I think it'd be a problem.
Also, I think if we do this regularly enough, then it would because then you can banter your mates and you can say whatever you want if you know somebody close enough because you know that it's
Yeah.
not personal. Like when
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
meeting somebody, it's difficult to do that. I think that's
Yeah.
where I was
Yeah.
struggling with it because
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
seem like really nice guys and I'm just meeting yours. But once we start to because if it was my cousins, like literally it was my brother or my cousins on the other side here because they are Arsenal supporters. Like
Jesus
this would be a
Christ.
different conversation. Like I would straight away go for the feels. You know what I mean? Like you go and you
Yeah,
like
but at the
talk
same time,
about-
we're making content creation and we're trying to give you the audience a good depiction of the game and a fair reflection of the game.
Yeah.
rather
Not to
than
be
kind of just
100% too shameless. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But
So-
one thing I
We have
would
too
say
many channels doing that
before
already.
we end, one thing I would say is a bit on the negative note is basically about Arsenal, right?
Here we go.
What it
Win
No,
something. You haven't won any trophies.
is a bit of advice. If you all want to win, for this team to win, I think the fans need to stop pressuring the team. You all have
In the
to
negative way
remember.
or in a positive way?
No, here's what I will say. Here's why I say that, right? We have to remember football players are on social media just as we are on social media. We will subscribe to them and follow their pages. So we will be in the comment section praising them all the time. So they will be seeing this. So when the hard games come, tough games come, and they're down a goal or they're losing, and they know that this could be a defining match for the Premier League or whatever, and the fans, they know the fans on their back, their mentality, because the reason why I say this, because I know a lot of Arsenal fans, and before you all actually win anything, you all say the famous line from your face of Arsenal fans, Robbie, we got bigger fish to fry. And what
Dude,
happened?
he's like he'll never live that one down. That's
and I
an
know
absolute disaster.
many other Arsenal fans done the same thing over the last couple seasons before you all actually win. You're in a position where you all could win, but fans start to say, we going and win. We are winning. We are winning. We are winning. That will play out in the player's head that the expectation is for them to win the league.
At the same time, Jesse,
Pressurize the player.
and I'll obviously I'm one of the ones who is getting ahead of myself very notably. I would say that what I fight against more than rival fans or anything else are super negative Arsenal fans that when we're in this good space, we're in this amazing position, are still toxic and still discussing Arteta out or all this type of stuff. And it's like we're in the middle of our best period in the club's history in over 20 something years. And there are people who are going like, guys like, oh, Arteta, 1.2 billion pounds spent, no trophies, blah, 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 blah. Why is he still there? And it's like, he's top of the league right now. Let's shelf this conversation to later. Like,
yeah, but I don't get this
this
attitude of like, bro, like if my team wins, I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to get gassed. Like that's the whole point of watching the game. I'm not going to watch it and be like, oh, like, calm. No, I want to be excited about that game. Yes, I'll talk some trash. Yes, there'll be some banter for the next game. And if I get a like slap in the face and a reality check, I'll calm down. But as soon as we win again, I'll think, and that's the whole point of this, right? Like the whole point
that's the whole point of
is
being a football fan. Yeah,
so I'm not
and
afraid
that's the
to
whole
show
point of
chess.
football.
I think like that's what one thing I noticed. Like one of the main reasons I want to get into YouTube is that a lot of fans, especially I think in the UK in general, are never wanting to stick their neck out there and say my team is the best, my team is good, or praise their team for what they're. It's always like, yeah, we're really good, but do we want the pressure? No, not from me. It's like that's not my upbringing. My upbringing is I won today. I'm going to come out and I'm going to talk my shit. Like that's where I come from. You know what I mean?
Just to rebuttal your point, Jesse, that you made in terms of pressure on the players. I think the players need to be able to handle that pressure, and I think once this football team can, because right now we're kind of like the favorites, right? And we, as I said, we perform better when we're underdogs. It's why we took Man City to the last game, because we were just underdogs for that season. And once the team can survive being the favorites and surviving that pressure of no, we're supposed to win and we are going to win, that's when we are actually going to start winning some trophies. Because that's why in past seasons we would drop points. Every time Manchester City or Liverpool drop points, we drop points too. Because now there's expectation. Now it's okay, no. You have an opportunity to go ahead and you're facing a lower team and we expect you to win and we expect you to skip them and get to the top of the league. We crumble. Now, if we can get over that and we can survive being the favorites, they can survive the pressure of the fans, and which they've been doing this season, honestly, because we've been picking up points when Liverpool and Man City have been dropping points. If they could continue to do that this season, despite the pressure, they will win. Like they will take home something.
But also the whole like the last decade, Chelsea have been that team, bro. Like as soon as we have like in that position, there's not only pressure from the fans, there's pressure from the ownership. Like I can't imagine how these like managers went through. Like they had like We sacked a manager that just won us the Champions League. We've
Yeah,
sacked
that's crazy.
managers as
Yeah.
soon as
I
they won
think
us
the
the
pressure
Prem.
from your ownership now, I think, is a little bit like I'll tell you, I'm very familiar with Todd Bowley because I'm a Dodgers fan. And what I know Todd Bowley does is he will financially back you. He definitely comes from like, especially for, I think, different with the Dodgers, because with the Dodgers he's got this idea of like, I want world domination. Any of the best players that are available, I am putting my hat in the ring for them. Like he went and got Shohei Ohtani,
No,
for
he tried that
example.
for Chelsea. He tried that. He wanted Ronaldo the first, like as soon as he came, he wanted Ronaldo for Chelsea, and that was real. And that's why
Yeah.
Tuchel fought back, and that's why like Tuchel went out straight away. And then like he got sporting directors who spoke sense into him, and like now they have this different project. But he wanted Ronaldo as soon as he realized Ronaldo is not going to stay in United and he's going to Saudi. He said,
Yeah.
"Get him."
What have
Because
happened?
I
You know?
fully-
What have
They were
happened?
talking about Neymar coming to Chelsea. Like there was no jokes. This
Yeah, you
was
guys
like
aren't
real.
going after those players anymore. You guys are just sticking to your model.
Yep.
Yeah,
but
correct. Like, but I'm saying that like when Antoine was talking about the best players
In
as
terms
world
of
domination, he
yeah.
started like Boli was starting that, but now because we have proper sporting directors, because there he was acting
Yeah,
sporting
see,
director
I'm
as well.
wondering that the youth project, I don't think it's a Bowley thing because for me it's
Yeah,
uncharacteristic.
I
I
don't
was
think so.
surprised when Bowley took over from Chelsea. I'm like, oh crap, because I know what this guy is about. He's about winning trophies. He's about collecting talent. He's ruthless with it. Like you can just see in baseball, the baseball world, he dominates it. Teams almost back off from the best players because Bowley gives them the best amount of money. Of course, there's no salary cap as well. And he goes, I'm going to give you, I don't matter as much money as you want, as long as you put on that LA blue cap for us, and he there's no bid. He's like a bottomless pit when it comes to bidding in those respects. And I was like, and when you guys got Mudryk, I kind of felt like, because we were going after him, I was like, yeah, that's Todd Bowley. That doesn't surprise me. Like, but yeah, this whole Project Youth that you've done, I feel like it's more your sporting directors than anything else. I feel like he may have taken a step back. I mean, you guys tell me.
And
But
I like this. I like this. Like it's I like to see these young players. I like to see a young team that's been like, this is so not Chelsea, but it feels good as a fan to watch this. And I liked already the guys that are lining up that are going to come and like, play. Like it's going to be a good problem to have. When even the guy, I don't know how you say his name, the guy from Strasbourg, the striker, even he's like doing like good things there. He's like wearing the captain's armband. Like there's going to be like a revolution for sure in the next couple of years.
Not just that, we are doing that, and they are trying to self-sustain as well, because they would have come out from purchasing the club, and we were in a hole. We were owing the owner itself 1.2 or 1.5 billion, and that's a lot. They don't want to go back to that, so they have this model. The best will stay at Chelsea Football Club. Second best will end up at the sister club, which is Strasbourg, and the rest will flip for profit.
Are you saying Garnacho is going to play in Strasbourg next season?
No.
Garnacho is not going to survive Chelsea. He's not good enough.
I don't think so.
Strasbourg.
Garnacho at the moment,
that's still the most
got to be
confusing
Garnacho's
part.
best chance though at Chelsea. I think he's got to have a good season this year.
I believe Garnacho can, like, because for me Garnacho is a moments guy. Like there is things in him that I believe that can be, because I think that for some games, especially cup games and all that, you need like that. Like I know that he's annoying as a player, but I feel that he has
in that game where Palmer had that insane. Was it a hat trick when you guys had that game against United at the Bridge? You guys came back. You guys were down, and then you went up. Didn't Garnacho have like a fucking insane game for United in that game as well?
Yeah, he scored. He came back. Like he brought the game. So like I know he's a moments guy. He does some crazy things, and that's why I think that it's good to have a player like that, like a wild card kind of guy. Like you don't know, like even you as your teammate, like you don't know what this guy is gonna do. It's nice to have one guy like that, like, to like throw the dice when nothing's working,
And Enzo Maresca, I see what Enzo Maresca is going for. I think he rather PS on the wings instead of the dribblers, because we have dribblers on the bench in Esteva and Jamie Gittins.
Yeah,
but
Gittins
he always goes for Pedro Neto and Garnacho.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna be a huge game. I want to ask one question before we end this off. We're gonna chuck the 11 to the side. I want to ask you one more question, guys, before we close off, because I know that we gotta move on. But do you think that if Arsenal will win this game, that we should go on to win the Premier League title?
Andrew,
I mean, if I'm gonna say that we are going to be in the challenging the league, if we win this, then like yes, like Arsenal should go on to win this if they beat Chelsea. And I also want to know like your predictions. Like before we go, I would like to
Of
know.
course,
like,
yeah, that's the real question. Yeah, right. Yeah, predictions.
Yeah.
I was just
like,
curious to know from you guys because we chat a lot. But yeah,
I also agree. If Arsenal were to win this game, I think that just might be curtains, not just for Chelsea Football Club, but for the league as
for
well.
the league. Yeah.
Yeah, because I really
that's a lot coming from Jesse because you've been holding on. You've been like, no, I think you guys will bottle it. I think you guys will bottle it.
No,
I think you
No,
guys
but
will bottle
again,
it.
bro, like you still have to see it through. But like, should Arsenal win
Yeah.
it? If they beat Chelsea, they
Yeah.
should. Like at this point, they should. Like there is no.
Yeah, at that point, it's like you'd have
No,
the
not
collapse would
not
be
just that, you know, because
insane.
Arteta will get sacked if we don't win the league and we actually beat you.
out of Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City, realistically, all of us here would think Manchester City would be the ones to come steamroll Arsenal. But the way that they keep dropping points and conceding goals, at this
And
point,
fighting cameraman. Yeah.
I can't even see them. If we win this game, now we are 3 points behind you, and if City capitalizes, they are 4 points behind you. That is going to be
This is why this is a big swing game.
serious.
This is the sixth corner. Let's get everybody's prediction on the game.
And then wrap up. Yeah, score predictions, then we wrap up.
All right, let's start with Cal at the bottom here.
Okay, my score prediction 2-0 Arsenal. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game. We're gonna win this game.
Jesse?
That's my prediction.
1-0 Chelsea.
Whoa, you have us keeping us out on this game. Have we gone a game without scoring this season? I'm trying to Liverpool.
Yeah, we didn't score against Liverpool. Yeah.
1-0 Chelsea. And the design is going to be a set piece. I'm saying a free kick.
Okay. Reece James top bins.
I'm gonna say.
Oh my god, I would have so much egg on my face if that was the case.
Sunday,
Oh my god.
I am going to have my Estevao jersey because he is the one that is going to score that free kick.
Okay.
Okay, no, but I'm not going to be that sure of myself. But what I'm going to say was what Cal said. I'm going to say 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea. Wait, that's you not being that sure of yourself? What's you being sure of yourself?
I thought you were going to say 2-2 or something. I thought you were going to say a draw.
I'm not going to say anything.
One extra goal.
Arsenal hardly concede shots. Just shot at target. At their goal.
This game is going to be different. This game is going to be different. Like but I'm going to predict.
I mean, I appreciate the chest. I appreciate the chest, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate the fact that you've seen us score seven goals this week. You get 4 against Spurs, 3 against Munich, and you think that you're keeping us out. I
think we are keeping you all out.
Okay.
I think
I said 2-0 on the terrace yesterday. I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I've actually listened to a lot of what you guys have to say today, and I definitely can't see us keeping a clean sheet in this one.
I can.
I'm gonna say, look, if we did, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think Chelsea recently, you guys are confident in front of goal, especially that boss game. I know the caveat of them being on 10 men is a big thing. But the amount of chances you create, the ruthlessness you had,
reason that they went to
like
10 men
beating 10 men isn't every like United lost to a 10-man Everton. Anyway, guys, thank you so much again, both Andrew and Jesse, for showing up today. Much love.
Thank you.
I'm not going to say good luck for the weekend because I do not want to see you guys have good luck this weekend. But beyond that, good luck for the rest of the season, though, boys.
Good luck in life, man. Good luck
in life. Obviously, you guys are both very Very
And
good, guys.
don't feel too disappointed when you guys lose, hey? You know, it's just
Yeah,
football at the end of the
We'll
day.
see, bro. But like,
And we'll
catch you soon. Thank you so
revisit
much.
this later on the season. We play each other at the Emirates as well, so it'd be
Yeah,
good.
okay. See
It'd
you
be good
guys.
to get
Have a
back.
nice
Until
one.
again,
Ciao.
next guys, we're out of here.
Yeah, later.